This broadcast is copyrighted by Empire Media and Management. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited.
Well, Panther fans, thanks for joining us tonight for the pregame show with Coach Lee Doty. We are here in Winsboro, Louisiana. Coach, thanks for giving us a few moments just before kickoff tonight to talk some football.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, before we get into some football, I caught an interview this week with Coach Leach over at Mississippi State, and I don't know if our Panther fans know or not, but you're a big Mississippi State fan. And Coach Leach recently offered his take on candy corn and then some of his favorite Halloween candy. So I thought it was fitting tonight to just ask you as we start, where do you fall on the candy corn? Love it, hate it, think it's garbage?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had candy corn. I'd have to say, me being a sweet tooth guy as I was, I think I love it.
You would love it?
I think I'd love it. I don't know if I would eat it if it was in front of me, but I think back in the day I loved it.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. This weekend, of course, Halloween, kids all over the neighborhoods. Your neighborhood, I'm sure, is going to have a bunch of kids in it.
Snickers.
Snickers is the Halloween candy.
Yeah, Snickers.
Didn't even have to hesitate.
Yeah, that's Snickers. That's you come to Doty's house, you're going to get something chocolate. And, that's just the way it is. Be a little Snickers or maybe a Kit Kat. Whatchamacallit is up on the list as well.
There.
But hard to find those right there. And Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, of course, always fits the bill.
And then, Coach, do y'all still take $5 bills to that candy?
No, we take $5 bills for the candy, but we will.
Oh, you're going to charge?
Yeah, we're not giving it away. I mean, man, we got a nice yard. Everybody can walk in, not going to get your feet wet. And, everybody bring your kids over to the Doty's.
Absolutely. Well, you guys always do a great job dressing up. And I want to ask, folks want to know they're going to have to come find out Sunday evening.
Yeah, it's going to be Disney themed. I'll go ahead and put that out there, and we'll see from there.
All right. Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit of football. Last week, homecoming win against Richwood, 48-8, and I think we could all agree another impressive outing for your squad. That defense just seems to get better each and every week, and I think you've been asked numerous times about who your standout player is. But it seems like it's just a unit. And can you speak to that, just how that is really gelling as we go forward?
Well, I mean, it makes me feel good to watch our kids play and not be so, not have that one guy. It's fun to watch them. It's fun to watch everybody fly to football. It's fun to sit in there on Saturday mornings and do the defensive stats and, and find it hard to see who's on the bottom of the pile. So it's something that we've kind of worked for, and it's glad to see it come to fruition this year.
Yeah, I know every Friday night, William and I have trouble trying to figure out who Panther fans, you'll hear me say a lot that it's just a host of Panthers. Well, usually there's one guy that initiates it, but then it isn't long. There's 4 or 5 guys right behind them.
If we play like that, if we continue to do that, then we're gonna have a chance for sure.
Well, Coach, offensively, had a couple of mishaps there in the first half, just fumbling the football, put the ball on the ground a couple times, got one back, lost one. But after kind of figuring those things out, man, those guys seem to be putting points on the board and executing at a high level now.
Yeah, I think we ran 26 plays, and it was a short game for us. But our kids are again, we're sharing carries. Our whole offensive line's blocking good. Our receivers are getting downfield, and they didn't catch a pass the other night. No, we didn't have a receiver catch a pass. So, but they're not greedy and they just want to win. So, good group of young men.
Coach, let me just ask you this. Have you had a unit like this before where it was not just 1 or 2 standout players, but it is whole units, your whole offensive unit, defensive, even special teams? It seems like it's different guys every week.
I don't know. Maybe my second year at St. Mary's, we had a group of kids. We were a 1A school. We had 50 kids on the team, and about 25 of them were seniors that had been playing together for a long time. But, I think these kids are different. These kids haven't played together for a long time. And, it's like the day that we had everybody stand up that's been at Sterlington since they've been in kindergarten.
Yeah.
We got 96 kids in there, and it was 15 to 18 kids that stood up. So it makes it, to me, even more impressive that these guys have just really come together some of them within the last 2 years, some of them within the last 5 years, and playing as a unit. So it's good to see.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, you mentioned last week talking about the offense that you felt what we do offensively is challenging for other teams to prepare for. Can you speak to that? What makes this offense so challenging for our opposing teams each week?
Well, I can tell you, man, if you'll come to practice and stand behind the scout team linebackers and just watch what happens and how fast it gets on you. It's impressive. And, the offensive line coming off the ball and the quick hitters. And, you don't understand it until you really stand behind it and see it in live action. And it's just, if you're a spread offense, you can't get in the I formation and simulate that in 1 week, So it's just one of them things. It suits us. Our kids like it. And, it's a physical offense, and it's tough to defend.
Well, Coach, let's talk special teams for just a moment. This week, special teams comes up big for you. From extra points, we had a field goal attempt, and Jacob keeps coming up just a little bit short. I think, though, his 3 attempts that he's missed have been from 47, 49, and 50, and ain't missing by much. But then your punt unit or punt return unit, those guys came up big. I want to say they had 2 blocks, maybe 3, and it was different guys every time.
Yeah, Sterling Sims has kind of found a spot there for him on the punt block, and Parker Miller the other night, he had the punt block and the scoop and score, and we've been working really, really hard defensively on scooping and scoring because I think we've had missed opportunities this year, and man, it was good to see us score one like that. So yeah, they're playing really well. Jacob, we're gonna keep kicking those, man, and if you kick it from the 40-yard line, it goes in the end zone. The other team gets it on the 20. So we like that, and Jacob's got just as good a chance of making it as he does missing it.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely got the leg. We watch him in warm-ups a lot of times, and he's kicking from 50 yards.
Absolutely.
So it'd be good to see him get those opportunities. But, Coach, you also mentioned last week that it's always good to win. In fact, I think you told your team before going out the last couple of weeks, hey, tonight's just win, and they would just get through that. But, Coach, one of the things we notice that separates teams is sometimes teams come out and they want that just win, but everybody kind of relaxes a little bit. So you end up winning a ball game that you should win by 20 points. You end up winning it by 2. Or in some cases, we've seen even recently in our area, you lose that ball game. But your guys seem to, even if you get to halftime and it's close, you come out second half, the pedal is on the floorboard. And how are you able to keep your kids winning games the way they should win games, not just getting the W?
Well, we talked about that last week, about this is what good teams do. And we felt like we came out a little flat against Wasman. I think that was obvious, and we didn't want to come out flat. We made some mistakes early against Richwood, but we wasn't flat by any means. We were ready to play. And, you don't want to use your 4 or 5 games that you can really get them juiced up for every week, because then you run out of juice. And it's got to be a mindset for our kids. They have to be ready. They have to mentally prepare themselves to be ready. And we're getting there. And that's what good teams do. They go take care of business, and they let the little ones play in the second half.
Well, Coach, I want to go back just a moment to the North DeSoto game, because that really was the last time that we were close at halftime. You had a big lead, kind of got in trouble there in the second half. But do you think that was a turning point for your team in finishing ball games?
Well, they say you got to lose a game to really understand what you have to do to win the next week. But to us, that was a loss. That felt like a loss. You get on the bus and come home, and at that point in time, I think we're 4-0. But you feel like you're 3-1. You just really went in there and you stole one. And so I think that was a gut check for us. We're up 24-6 maybe at halftime, and then we end up, we're battling and have to have a strip at the goal line to win the game. And so I think that was a gut check for us. And, we were fortunate enough to win that game, but it definitely set the tone for the rest of the season.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on a big win last week against Richwood. Who are your players of the week brought to us by First Security title?
Well, offensively, Peyton Park-Smith had a huge game. He graded out at 91%. We didn't run but I think 26 plays, but I told Larry, if you run 10 plays and 9 out of 10 times you do exactly what you're supposed to do, that's outstanding. And good for him, man. He's a good kid, and, he deserves that. We had several choices on special teams players. You hate not to give it to Parker Miller when he scores, but Sterling's been playing really good on special teams, and he had a big block for us. And Sterling Sims is our special teams player. And defensively, I thought Jackson King may have played his most complete game of the year, and looked really good, and played physical and played fast, and so that's Jackson King as our defensive player of the week.
Well, congratulations to those guys. Again, Players of the Week brought to you by First Security Title of Monroe. Well, Coach, as we mentioned to start tonight, we've made the trip down here to Winsboro to take on the Franklin Parish Patriots. Are a 4A school, so you are stepping up in class again. Seem to have a few athletes on the field, but they do come in 1-7. But you know those guys are looking to put a blemish on Sterlington's record. I mean, just kind of been a history there, a little bit of a rivalry. Pretty one-sided, I think, in the recent years, but a game that they're going to be amped up for. So what have you told your team about Franklin Parish as you prepared this week?
Well, we talk about the target on us. You know, we don't just have a target on our back. We have one in front as well. And we talk about how we should cherish that because we've worked really, really hard to create that. You know, we worked really hard to be the team that's the hunted instead of being the hunter. And that's something that started 9 years ago. That started before I got here, creating that brand, if you will. So, we talk about people beating us, and that's their Super Bowl. A team that may not even make the playoffs. But I'm going to tell you, if you watch them on film, they play hard, and they play hard every play, and their defensive line is as good as we'll face this year. And, number 17 is a guy who can score from anywhere on the field. They got a great scheme. So, yeah, we talk about it all the time about just going out there and doing what we got to do to win the ball game. And, it's almost like playoff scenarios already, just play and proceed and win and proceed right here. So, we know what's at stake, and I think our kids will rise to the occasion tonight.
Well, Coach, when you've looked at them on film, offensively, what can we expect to see from them?
Well, they run the ball very effectively. They came out against Neville, and they get 4 first downs in a row running the football, and it's 1st and 10 inside the Neville's 45-yard line, and next thing you know, they go empty and throw the ball, and they get pick 6. So I don't really know. They're not real patient. Adrian likes the big play. He likes the bomb, and but you worry about if they do just decide we're going to line up foot to foot and we're going to hammer you. You worry about them because they're big up front and their running backs run tough and they block well, and so. You worry. You don't want this to be the week that they figure out they need to be patient.
Yeah, I think you've used that language before about. I think North Dakota was the last one I heard you say that about. That man, you think they're going to figure it out. You just hope it's next week. Right. Well, Coach, defensively, you mentioned that defensive line for them. What are we looking at for them from a defensive perspective?
Well, they run a 4-2-5, but they'll hybrid it. They'll have a 6-man front, a 5-man front, but their 3 interior linemen are really good, and they slant their nose guard sometimes, and they look like big physical kids, and man, I'm telling you, they play hard, and their 5 guys in the box right there, their 3 interior linemen and 2 linebackers are good. They're good football players, so they could give us some fits.
Well, Coach, number 40 is a guy that to me on film stands out for them, but he seems like Mr. Do-It-All. We're also going to see him on the offensive side, won't we?
Especially when we get down toward the goal line, they like to put him in and, provide some extra blocking. But, yeah, a very good football player, and, he played against us when we were over there last time as a sophomore. He was one of their better players, so still a good football player.
Well, Coach, you're 9 weeks into the season, and I just want to kind of ask you this before we wrap up tonight and get you guys ready to play. 9 weeks into the season, what has been the most surprising thing to you about this team so far?
Well, it's been a lot of pleasant surprises. I think the play and the speed that our defense plays with has been kind of a surprise. You knew about Luke Handy and knew about some of those guys, but I mean we've added Charlie and we've added Kellen and we've added Jack Moore and we've added Bonner and. Jackson King is coming on as a sophomore linebacker, still only 14 years old, I think, So just the speed that we play with and playing fast. And, I expected our offensive line to be good. I think just the speed we play with the defense has been our biggest surprise.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight against Franklin Parish, and I hope to visit with you next week. I'm sitting at 9-0. Any final thoughts for our folks who are traveling over tonight or be watching online or listening to the podcast?
Hey, you guys be careful coming down. I hope to see you here. Let's create an environment and down here that our kids can be proud of. And as always, go Panthers.
All right, Panther fans, you've listened to the pregame show with Coach Doty. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with kickoff in just a moment.
There's a lot of trucks out there, but none like the 21 Nissan Titan. It's the truck with best-in-class standard power and torque, tech features, and safety to protect your greatest catch. Plus, it's backed by America's best truck warranty. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper. It's the truck you'll want to brag about. Test drive a Titan today at Sparks Nissan.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
Well, good evening, Panther fans. Welcome to tonight's broadcast brought to you by McDonald's of Panther football. I'm Ben Hackler with William Handy, and we are live tonight from the windy city of Winsboro, Louisiana. And, William, it is a beautiful night for football. Temperatures are finally beginning to fall, and looking forward to a good football game tonight.
Yeah, it should be a great ball game, and this is a typical Franklin Parish football game. Ben, I said it when we were coming down. Hey, it's always windy, cold, or rainy, and fortunately we just got cold and windy. It's really not that bad on the field, you know, if you're not in this wind, but like you said, folks, if y'all hear a little bit of rough rustling in the background, we're just battling with the wind. But you know, Ben, it's one of those games. It's we step out of district tonight. We're coming down here taking on the Franklin Parish Patriots, and they've been a kind of a out of district game for us for a long time now, and it's just kind of odd. It seemed like we've been down here about the last 3 or 4 times. You know, COVID prevented them from coming up and playing us last year, so we're back down here again. But, you know, they've had some struggles this year, but don't let that record fool you. We've talked about that in the coaches show. They've had some big teams they played this year. You know, they've lost to Neville. Of course, they lost to Huntington and Shreveport, which is 7-1, and of course they've had Union as well. So there's been some, you know, they've had a tough schedule this year, but you know, they've got a good coaching staff down here. And it's kind of like Coach Doty said, you look at the record, and that just doesn't jive. Yeah,
and really some familiar coaches for us. Of course, Mike Collins, former head coach at Sterlington and defensive coordinator, is here as a defensive coordinator for Sonny, and then you got Adrian Burnett on the offensive side of the football. He coached at Bastrop for a long time, and most recently for us was at Wassman. So some familiarity there for our coaching staff as they've gotten ready for this week. And,
of course, the head coach is Sonny Nason, who may not be a household name, but Sonny Nason's been around for years, graduated from Bastrop High, head coach over at Lake Providence when they made a run into the playoffs for the first time in years, had a winning record. And, of course, we faced off against Sonny Nason when we were still 2-8. They were in our district and beat us over there one year. And so, you know, there's a lot of experience. I believe he made it to the semifinals at Crossett High in 2019.
I think you're right.
So, you know, there's a lot good about what's going on here, but just, you know, don't necessarily judge it by the record.
Yeah, if you were listening to the pregame show a moment ago, Coach Doty said it almost feels like when you watch the tape of Franklin Parish, a lot of athletes all over the field, very similar to North DeSoto almost, that you feel like maybe they're going to figure it out. No, it's week 9, but they're going to figure it out eventually. So a lot of young kids for Franklin Parish, you just hope it's next week.
That's exactly right. So, but, you know, and I think we probably beat a dead horse here because we talked about it in the coach's show, and I think you even talked to Coach Doty tonight about it on pregame. But we're going to see an offense very similar to what Wassman had. And the good thing about that is we've seen those 2 spread offenses the last 2 weeks. But, you know, you want a little diversity in what you see because going into the playoffs, you're going to run into these wing T teams like we did with North DeSoto.
Right.
And that's going to be prevalent. And so, you know, stepping into – not looking ahead, I'm just saying with Carroll next week, it'll be probably more of a run-oriented team with Amari Greeley.
Right. Yeah. So tonight, you know, really for the Panthers, kind of a night you just need to take care of the football. And one of the things that we talked about this week, just with the coaches, not just Coach Doty, but a lot of the other coaches, was you really want to see your team just compete at a high level. Franklin Parish has struggled a little bit, no doubt, with a 1-7 record coming in tonight. They got the one win over Bastrop, but for the most part has really struggled week to week against the other teams they've played. And so you want to be careful that you guys don't come in, don't want to come out flat, because it is one of those scenarios that you may help them figure it out if you're not careful. And so for our guys, take care of the football, do what we do. You don't have to really change anything. You've been so successful already. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that defense match up against that spread because Franklin Parish is going to stretch us deep.
Oh, yeah, they will. And it will be good to see how we respond to that. You know, we talked about it with Richwood. Something that really caught my eye and really stood out was how we handed off. And we really did a good job with that against Richwood. And what I mean by that is handing off from the guy going in the flats to the intermediate route to the deep route. And you watch it. Our secondary really was in sync against Richwood, and that's pretty impressive when you see that. I mean, you teach it in high school, you don't always get it.
Right.
But you'll see your linebackers drop off in the flats and the next guy pick them up. And so tonight, you're right, you're going to see the field stretch tonight, and it'll be interesting to see how our players respond to that.
Yeah, a lot of that combos is really up to guys like Ahmad Mills on the back end who are communicating with Cliff and Cole and Maddox or JB, whichever one we see, Jay Bonner back there. You know, getting those guys on the same page so we know, you know, when are we comboing and when are we staying straight. And the more they can communicate and talk, that's a really good group back there to kind of keep you from giving up a big play.
It really is, and it's just experience. I mean, you've got two corners that have been starting since, well, Cole Thompson started since a sophomore, and Cliff Jones saw a lot of action as a sophomore. Right. And so we've got two experienced corners. Ahmad Mills, very intelligent player, sees the field, understands what he's doing. And Jay Bonner came in this year, been a big find.
Absolutely.
Been able to spell Maddox, and you can actually go 5 in the secondary now. And it's just it's a real good group, a good group.
Yeah, and then also knowing that they're going to throw the ball, you know, take some deep shots, you have to think about Charlie Robinson and Kellen Hall and that interior, and especially those linebackers tonight have some chances to make some plays in the backfield.
Oh, absolutely. And Coach Doty pointed that out in the coaches show as well. You talk a lot about that secondary, but that pressure coming from that defensive line is huge because you can get pressure from Caleb Andrews right up the middle.
Absolutely.
It's not just coming off the edge with Kellen Hall and Charlie Robinson. You got it coming up the middle. And let's not forget Jack Moore.
Absolutely.
I mean, that kid, he's a sophomore, but he has got a motor that will not turn off. I mean, he's just constantly going. The only thing I've seen stop him is a cramp, and it's always nasty cramps too. But the funny thing about it, 2 plays later, he's right back in there, you know. So
yeah, and then DJ, I think tonight you'll see if on our defense, you'll see us play 5 down linemen. DJ in the middle, DJ is just a rock. Like he's going to do exactly what they've asked him to do.
Yeah,
he's going to hold up a middle. They're going to have to use 1 or 2 guys to try to move him. If they take 2, he's taking up 2, and everybody else can scrape to the football.
Well, and that's what makes us so difficult, I think, being on defense, because are you going to put 2 on Caleb Andrews? You're going to put 2 on DJ Hutchinson? You're going to put 2 on Jack Moore? If you double up on Caleb, well, guess what? That's 1-on-1 with Jack Moore, and Jack Moore's got some speed. Yeah. DJ is going to push you on the other side as well. Terrace Coleman, you bring him in.
Yeah.
Do you really want to have to deal with Terrace Coleman? I mean, it's just right down. And let me say this, too. We talk about a lot of this, but Javarius Himes has really come on this year. And, I mean, I know – his biggest problem is he's behind Kellen Hall and Charlie Robinson.
Yeah.
But you're going to see playing time. I mean, you know, he's a good guy, rotational piece too. I mean, you can take him and Kellen and move them in and around, and it's just I've been doing this I've been following Panther football for 12, 13 years. I don't think I ever remember a defensive line with the diversity that we've got, size and being able to push, and those ends, just incredible.
Yeah, well, let's real quickly, while we have a minute, we pretty much have named all these guys, but let's get that First Baptist Church Sterlington starting lineup, and let's do defense, and then we'll take a minute to talk about the offense and get their offensive starting lineup as well. But the First Baptist Church Sterlington starting lineup for your Panthers on defense, we mentioned number 58, Kellen Hall, defensive end. Number 90, defensive tackle, Caleb Andrews. Nose guard tonight, number 99, DJ Hutchinson. Defensive tackle, number 48, Jackson Moore. Defensive end, number 19, Charlie Robinson. Your linebackers tonight, number 3, Jackson King. And number 10, Chase Mitchell. We'll also see Hayden Madden and Dylan Underwood tonight. At the corner positions, number 25, Cliff Jones, and number 15, Cole Thompson. And then your safeties tonight, number 37, Jay Bonner, and number 18, Ahmad Mills. Let's get that starting lineup for offense before we get national anthem.
On the offensive side of the ball, we've got number 75 at tackle, Peyton Park-Smith. Edmund Williams, guard, number 55. And you got Drew Huff starting at center tonight, number 63. At the other guard position, number 71, Brendan McNair. And at the other tackle, number 70, Mitch Hodnett. At the tight end position, you're going to see Tony Rivera, number 34. You'll also see Grant Hanna in some situations, number 89. At the wide receiver positions, you're going to have number 4, Ram Foster. At the other wide receiver, number 9, John Barr. In the backfield, you're going to see number 2, JaKeldrick Miller starting at tailback tonight. Fullback, number 47, Ramaje Hatfield will be starting. And at the quarterback position, number 16, Mason Lawhon.
All right, that's your starting lineup for your Panthers, brought to you by First Baptist Church, Sterlington. Both teams have now made their way to the sideline. Panthers tonight wearing I don't know that we've worn this combination this year, blue pants, white jerseys, black helmets, black socks. And, of course, the Patriots in navy with the red stripes on the shoulders and down the pants legs. So looking forward to a great game. They're going to get set for the national anthem in just a moment. We'll get you to kick off. Still got a few minutes before we do that. Let's talk a little bit about that offense while we're waiting on them to get us to – sorry, got a production note from our producer. I wanted to mention that tonight we are in Winsboro and having a little trouble with cell phone signal. So if the YouTube feed doesn't work for you, you can listen to us by going to shspantherfootball.com and following the link there straight from the webpage. You'll be able to click to watch or click to listen. And anytime you have any issue with either one of those, you can refresh your page, give that a whirl. And if not, the audio link should work most times if video is struggling. So I want you to know that. But appreciate you listening tonight. Looking forward to a great ball game, again, brought to you by McDonald's. And we are at National Anthem, so William and I will step away for just a moment. And we'll be back with the coin toss and kickoff in just a few minutes.
Tonight's colors are being presented by the Franklin Parish High School JROTC Patriot Battalion Color Guard. Cadet Jaden Eldridge, Cadet Malik McDaniel, Cadet Sergeant Dakota DePee, Cadet Kaden Harris. Please remain standing for tonight's invocation by Lady Patriot soccer coach Jude Bingham.
In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, Lord, we thank you for bringing us here together in accord, in unity, Lord God. Thank you for what you're doing in the community, and thank you for the protection that you've given to both these teams so far this season. Lord, I pray that there's a spirit of unity on the field today within the coaching staff, the referees, and most importantly, within these fans, Lord God. May there be a good spirit, Lord Jesus. Lord, and just one more thing, I just ask that you would manifest yourself to everybody that's here in every need. Lord, if it's healing in the body, Lord, if it's in their personal situation, I pray that you would manifest yourself in those needs in the name of Jesus. Lord, we thank you. In your name we pray. Amen.
All right, Panther fans, welcome back. We're getting set for, you're fine. We're getting set for the coin toss. Looks like tonight for the Panthers will be JT Barnett, Ramaje Hatfield, and I believe that's number 4, Ram Foster, making their way to midfield for the Panthers. And then for the Patriots will be number 80. I'll get these names for you. Number 80, Elijah Foster. Number 40, Josh Kemp. And number 3, Christopher Baker. And number 10, Bryce Curtis. And so they'll shake hands. And while they flip the coin, again, William, back to the offense for the Sterlington tonight. Really just a night that you need to continue to execute at a high level. And really, it's been impressive to watch those offensive line scores every week. I know we talk a lot about the 4 running backs. We talk about Mason Lawhon, John Barr, Ram Foster. But it really begins and ends up front. If those guys don't do their jobs, it makes it for a long night of football. And those guys, as a unit, are really grading out between 70 and 80% every week. And Peyton Park-Smith hit 91 last week.
Unbelievable. Well, you know, it's funny, and I've said this before. I find myself watching the game film afterwards, and it is so much fun to watch that. When that offensive line's in sync, it's so much fun to watch those guys because it's so coordinated. You know, I remember we used to, you know, it's no secret, my wife, Jill, she loves football. So she would always tell me, she said, watching somebody, you know, watching these offensive lines do what they do, so that, how does somebody watch ballet? She said that's a very smooth and lovely thing, I suppose. But man, you watch these offensive linemen, these big guys can move and they can. It's really fun to watch. And look, Larry Foster, I said one of the best. I would put him as the best high school offensive line coach in the state. Guy does a tremendous job, and you don't get the productivity on the ground, like you said, unless you got the big boys up front moving them. And let me tell you, they do a tremendous job, and I put that all in Larry Foster's.
Absolutely. They do a great job up front. And, hey, on that note, you mentioned watching the huddle film and stuff every week. I want to give a shout-out to our film crew, man. We got some great kids. And I want to mention, as you mentioned Larry Foster, Bruin Foster standing next to me tonight, running the camera for her dad, making sure everybody else stays straight.
No pressure to get the right shot now.
That's right.
You know. So you only have to go home and listen to him.
That's right. It looks like the Panthers won the toss, deferred the second half, and Jacob Green will come on to kick away the David Bryant kickoff to begin the first quarter. So everybody getting set. Little discussion up front about just making sure Jacob knows what's happening, and now the referee will send him away, and we'll get set to put the ball in play. This first quarter brought to you by CommuniHealth Services of Northeast Louisiana. All right, there's the whistle, and Jacob makes his approach, and the first quarter is underway. Going to be a line drive kick, going to roll over near the out-of-bounds line, and it will go out of bounds at the 7-yard line. That'll be a legal procedure, and that'll bring the ball out to the 35, I believe, and that's where Franklin Parish will begin tonight. 1st and 10 as we begin this first quarter.
I was real curious to see where that ball would land. This wind is blowing across the field, and I felt like it was going to take a push to the left, which it did. Jacob tried to hit that thing low, kind of a screwball, and it just kind of drifted on him. But, as you said, the Patriots will have the ball at their own 35-yard line to start this game.
All right, Panthers will come out in a 50 defense, 5 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 4 DBs. Franklin Parish, no surprise, comes out in the spread. They're going to send 2 receivers to the left side, 3 receivers now to the left side, 1 receiver out to the right side. Tailback and the quarterback in the backfield. Again, the tailback is number 3, Christopher Baker, and the quarterback will be number 10, Bryce Curtis. He's going to throw a pass out to the right side, and it's going to go off the hands of the receivers, incomplete, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, tried a quick hit right there in front of that Panther bench. Sailed up on him a little bit high. Cole Thompson was right there. Had he made the reception, would have took him down. But be second down and 10 for the Patriots again at their own 35-yard line.
Curtis gets him set. 3 receivers again to the near side. There's a snap. Going to be handed off. The ball is on the ground. It's going to bounce back up. I believe it came out again. And there's a scrum for it. Looks like Franklin Parish is able to recover. Going to be about a 4-yard gain. About 3 fumbles on that play.
Yeah, the quarterback had to really reach for it, get his Baker, and he kind of bobbled it, and it bounced right back to him when they tackled him over on that side. Looked like he came out again. Where's the leprechaun? Got to be one, because I don't see how in the world he got that ball back, because there was about 4 Panthers all over. But it sets up a 3rd down and 7 for the Patriots at their own 33.
3 receivers to the near side. Curtis gets them set. There's the snap. Going to be a little play action, looking for a quick hitter across the middle. And it's in and out of the hands of the receiver, incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Tried to hit a quick slant to number 17, White, coming from left to right. Had to think about myself, put myself on the field there.
That's right.
But really in traffic and wasn't able to reel it in. A couple of Panthers there to make sure he didn't get it delivered to Lick. So now
the punt team on.
Who we got dropped back? Is that Ram Foster?
I believe that's Ram Foster.
I believe that is Ram.
He's standing at his own 29-yard line. A little confusion there for Franklin Parish on the punt unit. Now everybody in place. Discombobulation. There we go. Big word. There's the snap. Going to be a nice kick over to that far sideline. Sell out of bounds, probably up around the 40-yard line.
Great catch by Bryce Lark on that punt. The only thing was he was on the sideline. But shout out to a B5, good hands. He may be on the punt return team here pretty soon.
All right, that'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Look like they're going to mark the ball at the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10, Sterlington. They'll come out in an I formation. Nope, not going to go spread. Send 2 receivers close and a bunch formation to the near side. Bar set 2 close on the far side. Lawhon and JaKeldrick in the backfield.
Look like you got Tony back in a sniffer.
Tony in the sniffer.
You never did explain to me what that was.
I actually have forgotten. I'll have to do some research. Lawhon calls for it. Up, going to go over his head. The ball's back on the ground at the 15-yard line. Lawhon's going to fall on it at the 10, and the Panthers are going to lose 27 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 37. Not the start you'd like to see.
No, that is not the start you'd like to see. The ball got away from, looked like Huff got it a little high, but that's going to put the ball back at the 11-yard line. That was a lot of quick math there. I don't think it's 37. I think it's 36. Pretty good, though.
Ball on 10-yard line. 2 tight I formation. There's a snap. Toss back to JaKeldrick over this near side. He's got some room, makes a cut, and he's still running. He's at the 30, the 35. He's up to the 40, still breaking tackles. He's all the way to the 43-yard line. Nice pickup there on 1st down or 2nd down, and that'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 4.
That was a great run by JaKeldrick, set up by good blocks. You had J.T. Barnett that had come in. He shifted over across, get an additional blocker on that right side. But, boy, good job by Miller to see the hole. They caught him a little bit early, stretched his shirt, but he managed to get it down to the 43, 3rd down and 4.
Panthers stay in the I formation. Lawhon now brings Tony across the formation. There's the snap. Quick give to B5. He's up the middle. Now he's breaking tackles, running over people. He's got a Downs Law Firm 1st down, and he's down inside Patriot territory at the 40-yard line.
Nice job by B5. He found that hole on the left side behind Edmund Williams and Peyton Park Smith, but he just plowed ahead, ran over a couple of tacklers, got it to the 40-yard line of the Patriots. It's going to be 1st down and 10.
Panthers stay in the I formation. Now bring Tony across the formation again. Everybody's set. There's a snap, little counter play to the left side. JaKeldrick's in the open field. He puts his foot in the ground. He's going to get all the way to the 21-yard line. So another Downs Law Firm first down. And the Panthers are knocking on the door of the red zone.
What a good job by that offensive front. Once again, that line is clearing the hole. Once Miller got into that second level, Foster had a block on the corner on that side, allowed him to pick up another 5-6 yards on that carry. He's got the ball on the 22-yard line of the Patriots, first down and 10.
Same formation again, Lark and JaKeldrick behind Lawhon. Tony in motion, now set. There's a snap. Quick give to Lark up the middle. He's across the 20 to about the 19. Ball is going to be stripped, but they're going to say he's down. Forward progress had stopped. They're going to mark him down at the 18, and the Panthers have it second down in the Ron D. Bush red zone.
Lark fell in behind that strong side. Smith and Williams, they got a good push up front. That was all strength on Lark's side and their side. Picked up 4 yards, second down and 6. That ball's on the 18-yard line of the Patriots.
I formation again, now Barr to the near side. And the Panthers are going to jump. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And that'll basically erase the run by Lark.
-1. I think he pointed the wrong direction.
He pointed the wrong direction. That's a 5-yard penalty against the Panthers. Yeah, he got it right there.
Yeah.
That'll bring up a second down.
And 11. He has now moved out of the Ron Bush red zone.
Back on the outside. I formation again. Barr set to the near side. Hannah now comes in motion. There's a snap. Now I believe we're going to have another false start against Sterlington. That's going to back it up 5 more and bring up second down and 16.
I want to, you know, it almost looked like the whole line moves. It may have just been a little bit of a delayed snap. It looked a little funky. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, that's a good word. That's a good word.
Yeah, it was a little funky when it started. So they're going to back it up another 5 yards. The ball is now on the 28-yard line of the Patriots, second down and 17.
I formation for Lawhon. There's a snap. Toss back to JaKeldrick over this near side. He's got some room, hopping through tackles. Now bounce off another man. He's in the open field. 10-5, touchdown, Panthers.
Tell you what, it was all blocking up front, but Miller saw the hole, took it up inside on that right side, Ben. He could just see the creases open up the seams, cut it back. That last guy trying to tackle him did the old spin move like you did back in the day.
Yeah.
Took it to that left, and it was just, I mean, hey, you had to get the Yazoo out to mow the green in front of him. But great job by Miller seeing those seams and those big men up front. We talked about them right before kickoff. They do their job, and they do it well.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Now Jacob Green on to attempt the David Bryant extra point. Snap, hold, kick. We've got another whistle. Looks like we're going to have offsides against the Patriots. That'll move it up half the distance from the 3 to the 1.5.
That was kind of odd because they all just stood up, you know.
Yep.
Like, how do you get offside?
Panthers decline it, so the ball will stay on the extra point line on 3. And the Panthers will this time just line up and kick the extra point again. Extra point brought to you by David Bryant, Realtor. Jacob gets set. There's a snap, the hold, and the kick is good. And with 8:16 remaining in the first quarter, Panthers 7, Patriots nothing. And William, some backwards play there with penalties, but didn't slow that offense down.
Yeah, how many times do you get a second down at 36 and get it, you know? But once again, you go to the offensive line, Ben. I mean, they do the job up front, and it's like Coach Doty said, all 4 of those backs that we run, they would tell you that offensive line sets it up for them. But you know, that last run by Miller, that was a really good run by Miller because he really had to kind of see the seams where the hole was opening up once he got into the secondary at second level. But did a good spin move back to the outside to the left and finish that run off. But, hey, good response by this Panther offense to that unfortunate play to start the game.
Absolutely. All right, Jacob Green on to kick away the David Bryant Realtor kickoff. He makes his approach. There's the kick. Good high kick. That's going to sail into the middle of the end zone for a touchback, and the Patriots will begin their second series at their own 20-yard line.
Now, unless the wind is swirling on the field, you know, Ben, he's kicking that with a crosswind.
Absolutely.
And he put that thing in, how deep was it? 3 or 4
right
yards?
Right in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah, so heck of a job by Jacob Green. He continues to You remember that old super toe? No, that's too old.
Super toe.
Super toe, man. You'd hit him on the head and he kicked field goals.
No, I don't remember that one.
Man, well, I'm old, but old people will remember super toe. But, I mean, I guess if you hit Jacob on the head, he'll boot the box. Somebody's hitting him on the head.
Spread formation for the Patriots. One receiver to the near side, two set to the far side, tailback behind Curtis. There's the snap. Going to be a quick give to the tailback up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 4 yards up to the 24-yard line, and that'll bring up second down.
Went right into the teeth of that defense. Caleb Andrews made the stop, but went right in the gut of it, picked up 4 yards on the carry. The ball is on the 24-yard line of the Patriots. They're facing a 2nd down and 6.
Same formation again for the Patriots. Now the tailback sits to the right of Curtis in the backfield. There's a snap. He's going to roll out to his right, looking downfield. Going to take a shot, and he's got a man. Ball is going to hang up in the wind, and it's going to be dropped out of bounds, incomplete.
He was so wide open, almost makes you wonder if they didn't have the old lonesome end play. I wasn't able to see over on that side, but he was a good 5-10 yards behind the coverage. With the way the wind's blowing, actually made a good adjustment on the ball. Really looked like it could have been caught.
He threw the ball so high, it caught up in the wind and just kind of hung there, but then pushed it over towards the out-of-bounds line. All right, same formation again for the Patriots. Curtis calls for it. I'm going to look over to the near sideline. Coach is making his change. Quarterback gets a signal now, gets everybody on the same page. Everybody gets set. There's the snap. Going to be a little play action, quick hitter outside. Looked like some communication. It's going to sail way out of bounds, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good job by Cole Thompson. He was right on top of that. If that ball had been on target, he might have had a chance to intercept that. So good job by Cole Thompson. Hey, the summary, I've got the summary on that last drive by the Panthers. 7 plays, 63 yards, 2:22 off the clock, 28-yard TD run by J. Millie, JaKeldrick Miller.
All right, punt team on. Ram Foster will stand at his own, or at midfield, the 50-yard line to receive the punt. There's the snap. Panthers do have a return on. Good kick. Going to sail over the head of Ram. He'll field it on the bounce. Going to bounce out of one tackle. Nope. The guy's going to be able to hang on, take him down at the 35-yard line. Ram tried to get away, but not able to there. Panthers will begin 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. 7:24 left in this first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0.
Good decision by Foster. That ball could have rolled. We walked out on the field, though, before the game. It's a little bit pockmarked, if you know what I mean.
It's not wet by any stretch, but definitely some divots.
There's some divots out there, so, no telling where the ball would have gone. But good job by Foster to get it down at the 35, 1st and 10.
I formation, too tight. Play action pass. Lawhon's going to take a shot for Barr. He's got Barr behind the defense. Barr makes one man miss, and now he's off to the races. Going to push a man down, and he's taken down at the 25. I thought he was off to the races, tripped over the man that was covering him. But that's a big Downs Law Firm 1st down.
To be able to throw that ball like Lawhon just did in this wind, it is a pretty bad crosswind. Now, it may not be as bad on the field, but, good recognition. Barr had about 5 yards on that corner, but great pitching. I didn't really a pitch and catch. That was somewhat of a intermediate bomb. Let's call it a toss.
Lawhon again, I formation. Going to be a quick give to Ramaje straight up the middle. They'll grab him by the belt and pull him back. Looks like they'll give him maybe 2 on the carry, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hatfield probed that middle, tried to go right over the guard. Looked like line is checked in at that strong guard, but gave him 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers at the 23 of the Patriots.
Too tight I formation again. Ram Foster set to the near side. Going to have a false start against Sterlington again. That's going to back it up 5 yards and make it 2nd down and 13. Some hesitation movement over on that left side of the line. And Panthers a little sloppy up front as far as getting set and things tonight.
Yeah, it's a little unusual. But, we had some of those against Richwood and Wassman as well. So those are things Coach Foster will probably
expect to get cleaned up.
He'll have that cleaned up by next week.
Too tight again. Lawhon calls for it. Toss back to Trammell. Trammell's looking for a hole. He puts his head down. He gets up to about the 21. Be a nice gain and bring up a 3rd down.
The interesting thing when you see Trammell get the ball, Trammell Colvin, like Jay Miller, too. You just kind of see these seams open up in front of him. You think, is this going to be it? Is this going to be the plant the foot and go? Give the Patriots credit. They kind of closed that seam up pretty quick. He did get the ball down to the 21-yard line, looking at a 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers.
Two tight I formation again. There's a snap. Counter give to Tramello that left side. He's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. That was number 40 for Franklin Parish that got right in there, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And looks like a field goal attempt is upcoming for the Panthers.
When that play started, Ben, it opened up wide enough for a truck to drive through. You got to give number 40, and I had his name, number 40. Anyway, did a good
get
job
that for you.
Yeah.
Field goal attempt brought to you by David Bryant. Jacob Green will get set. Good snap, good hold. Ball is up, and I believe it's going to sail just left. No good. And so the Patriots will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Once again, that crosswind, I think, would affect it. And the way the stadium is set up on this side, that wind's going to pick up at probably around the 15-yard line. So, and it sailed to the left. You know, under normal conditions, that ball would have been in there. But again, that field is a little pockmarked. You got to find you a spot to kick. But the Patriots take over at their own 20, 1st down and 10.
Patriots come out, spread formation, 2 receivers to the near side. Curtis takes it. He's going to hand it off to number 4, looking for some room. And he's going to run into, looks like Caleb Andrews, Charlie Robinson, and maybe Chase Mitchell.
I believe so. How would you like to meet that trio?
Man.
And look, Jack Moore's walking back. Wait a minute, guys. I wanted some of that action. So I guess number 48 may be on the next tackle. But lost 2 on that carry. Actually, 2.5 maybe. Let's call it 2nd down and 12 for the Patriots. The ball is on the 18-yard line.
18-yard line. This time, Patriots will bring 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Curtis gets them set. Panthers little shift along the defensive line. There's the snap. He drops back, looking downfield. He's got pressure, and that's number 90, Caleb Andrews, who got there first. And he's going to be sacked for the loss.
Caleb Andrews came right up the middle. He's always lined up. They did do a little quick shift just prior to the snap. Andrews was able to get through that crease, and that quarterback had nowhere to go, didn't have a chance to even look down the field, got a big sack. It's going to set up a 3rd. Let's see, they're on the
I'm going to call it 23.
Yard. Let's call that the 7-yard line. So, yeah, let's give it 23.
3rd down, 23. I formation, 2 receivers. Not I formation, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Curtis calls for it. He's going to give it. Nope, going to keep it himself. Looking for room up the middle, but he'll be tackled by Jackson King at around the 14-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it was kind of an I formation. You just had the quarterback
I believe that's called a pistol, isn't it? When with the running back standing behind the quarterback?
That would be a pistol formation.
I do know a couple of things. Just sometimes it's hard to get words around what I'm seeing.
Well, no, I like it. I mean, you know, it is an I technically. So the Patriots will be punting this ball back from their own 13-yard line.
And that is number 40 for the Patriots, Josh Kemp. And a nice spiral going to come over to the near side, bounce at about the 40, and it's going to roll to the 45, but the Panthers will begin 1st and 10 in Patriot territory at the 45-yard line. 3:30 remaining in this first quarter. Panthers 7, Patriots 0.
Josh Kemp.
Josh Kemp, that's his name.
That it was on the tip of my tongue, and you have us, the roster, so I'm delinquent in getting that correct.
We're going to do our best to get you names, but we cannot hold any papers tonight. This wind is, I don't know what the mileage is, but probably 12 to 15 maybe.
Oh, no, man, it's like 60 mile an hour up here. You kidding me? We go through any kind of weather to bring back the Panther Nation the game.
I formation for the Panthers, 2 receivers to the far side. We're going to have a timeout by Franklin Parish. They'll take the break. We'll take it with them. This timeout brought to you by Sterlington Rehab. We'll be right back.
CommuniHealth Services in Bastrop provides quality medical, dental, and behavioral healthcare services for patients of all ages. Our goal is to make a difference by providing superior healthcare services and exceed patient expectations by doing the right thing every day to improve lives in our community. If you're ready for our team to care for you, Visit CommuniHealth.org today.
Here in Sterlington, our town motto is Faith, Family, Friends. At First Baptist Church, we believe those three things are what's most important for all of us, from the youngest to the oldest. We want to help you and your family thrive in each area. Whether you're new to town or just looking to get better connected, we'd love for you to come join us on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. For a full schedule or more information, check out fbcsterlington.com. FBC Sterlington, we're here for you.
All right, Panther fans, we're back. I formation, 2 receivers to the far side. Toss back to Jakeldrick over that left side, and he's in the open field. He's at the 30, the 25-foot race, 20, 15, 10, 5. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Miller. But there is a flag on the play back at the 31-yard line. You got to think that's in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah, there they go. Anyway.
Nice run by Jakeldrick. He is running like a man possessed tonight.
Oh, he is. Well,
I guess with Halloween, that might not be the proper term. Maybe we ought to go man on a mission.
I'll take possessed. I mean, look, I don't know who they called it on, but it was on that strong side. Peyton Park Smith had his guy just completely sealed off, and you had an inside
looked
block.
like it was in the vicinity of Tony Rivera or maybe John Barr.
I could not tell. It looked like Smith was
I saw Tony
clean.
standing there with the referee, so that makes me think maybe he was the guilty party.
Yeah, we got first down and 6 for the Panthers.
I formation, 2 receivers on the near side. They are on the, William, did you say the 41?
41 of the Patriots.
41-yard line, 1st and 6. Lawhon gets the call, now goes back under center. There's the snap. Going to be a little counter pass. Toss downfield, and it's going to sail over the head of John Barr, incomplete. Patriots shaking up on the play, but he gets up.
Barr was able to get separation. He was running a post route, intermediate post route, and Lawhon was trying to hit him, but he had pressure in his face. One of the interior linemen from the Patriots was able to get penetration back there, disrupt that pass. Panthers are looking at a 2nd down and 6, again, from the 41 of the Patriots.
I formation, 2 receivers to the near side. There's a snap, toss back to Jakeldrick over this near side. He's looking for some cuts, makes a cut outside. He's still running hard all the way to the 35-yard line and should be close to a first down. That will be a Downs Law Firm first down on a big run by Jakeldrick Miller.
Once again, good vision by Miller. He is running like a man possessed. I see stuff coming out of his mouth. He's going crazy out there. So you can call it whatever you want. It is Halloween,
That's right.
So let's go for it. Anyway, Panthers have the ball at the 35 of the Patriots. Going to be a call from the sideline, first down and 10.
I formation, 2 tight. Ram Foster now set to the near side, the lone receiver. Counter play to this near side. That's Jakeldrick up the middle. He puts his head down up to the 30-yard line. Be a gain of 5 and bring up 2nd down.
That offensive line is getting good movement up front. Even as big, you're getting these big runs, but even these shorter ones, you're getting 5 yards a lick on them. I mean, this good job up front. Seeing a lot of J.T. Barnett tonight in that extra tight end position. Panthers have it 2nd and 5 at the 30 of the Patriots.
2 tight again, I formation. Ram Foster set to the near side. There's a snap. Going to be a quick give to Lark. He's going to get across the 30 to the 28, be a gain of 2, and bring up a 3rd down and about 3.
Tried that right side. Had a decent push. A lot of that was just Lark pushing ahead. Nothing fancy to it. It's got us a 3rd down and 3. The Panthers have the ball on the 28-yard line of the Patriots with 1:38 and counting in this first quarter. Panthers up 7-0.
I formation, but 3 receivers in the ball game. And we're going to have a timeout, Sterlington. This timeout brought to you by Sterlington Rehab. Clock is going to have 1:24 on it. Here in the first quarter, again, the first quarter brought to you by CommuniHealth Services of Northeast Louisiana. And first quarter, I feel like we've been here a while.
Well, that's because, again, let me stress, we are in Arctic, subarctic conditions up here. I'm really, you're trying to downplay this, man. I'm going to call you the
Look, I'm just telling you, next Thursday night when we play, it's going to be 30 degrees, but we will be inside our own press box. So I got you covered next week.
The only guy that's going to have to worry about that's Chris Sturvin on the sideline.
But he's tougher than nails.
Well, we'll say he is. He got his big old gray T-shirt over there. He's a throwback, man. He doesn't need this stuff like we got on that cuts the wind, man. He just gets that gray T-shirt like Rocky Balboa and gets over there and writes like a madman with those stats. Thank you for the stats you get to us. Good job, Chris Sterlington. Timeout. Coming out of the timeout, the Panthers again. 3rd down and 3 from the 28.
I formation too tight. Toss back to JaKeldrick. He gets to the 28, and that's it. That's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down and 3. Decision time for Coach Doty. Panthers will send on. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Going to bring in, looks like Sterling Sims and Ram Foster have checked into the game. Grant Hanna and Tony Rivera are running off. 4th down and 3.
I formation. That'll be Sterling Sims set close to the near side. 2 receivers out to the far side. Play action pass. Lawhon, a little toss out to Lark in the flat. And he's at the 20 in the flat. Got the 1st down, and he's still going. He's running over players all the way down to the 9-yard line. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 inside the Ron D. Bush red zone after another Downs Law Firm 1st down.
I'm going to say it. I wanted him to get a long run, a touchdown, but I'm going to say B5 be gone on that catch. But that well-designed play. Lark was on the edge blocking that linebacker coming in. He just released. Lawhon let him come in, threw it to Lark. Great run, finished it hard down on the 10-yard line.
Too tight, I formation. John Barr, the lone receiver to the near side. Lark and JaKeldrick behind Lawhon. Probably the only critique of that run will be don't run over your own man. I think Ram Foster might have taken the worst of that.
Well,
there's the snap. Going to be a play action pass. Little confusion by the Panthers, and it's going to result in a sack of Mason Lawhon. Not sure the Panthers didn't look like they were on the same page.
That almost looked like a backside pass, Ben. When he looked to the right, you had Barr over here. It was almost like Barr was a decoy, and he was going to look back to the left for somebody leaking out, but they weren't there.
Well, that's going to be the final play of the 1st quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Panthers 7, Patriots nothing. We'll be right back with 2nd quarter action.
Need a loan? Call Kraftman Federal Credit Union. If you're replacing worn out or damaged lawn equipment, appliances, or in need of a new automobile, Kraftman has money to loan. Whether you live or work in Morehouse, Richland, or West Carroll parishes, Kraftman can get you the money you need with some of the lowest rates around. Call or drop by and let the hometown folks at Kraftman make it easy and start enjoying your new purchase. Kraftman has money to loan. Kraftman Federal Credit Union, 805 East Cypress in Bastrop.
Hi, I'm Drew Breeze, co-owner of Surge Entertainment Centers. Being a father of 4 children, I'm constantly looking for ways to provide great family experiences, such as sports simulators and bowling, including a full-service bar and restaurant with comfortable lounge and event spaces. We are consistently on the cutting edge with our equipment, technology, and park designs. If you haven't been to one of our Surge parks yet, come by and see us and experience it for yourself. You won't want to leave, because here at Surge, it's all about friends, family, and fun.
Panther fans, we're back. 2nd quarter action. Panthers lead 7-0, but they do have it in the Ron D. Bush red zone. 2nd down and goal from the 12-yard line. Actually, looks like there's going to be some discussion. Looks like they're discussing where the ball should be. They'll get that sorted out. This 2nd quarter brought to you by Surge Adventure Park. Well, the discussion's got to be not where he went down, but where the contact was initiated, because that would have stopped his forward progress. I thought it was the 18. Looks like they're going to back it up and call it the 17. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 17-yard line for the Panthers. 2 tight I formation. Barr now out to the far side. There's the snap. Toss back to JaKeldrick. Makes another man miss. He's across the 15. Still running hard all the way up to the 11-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 12.
Patriots are doing a pretty good job of closing down some of those running lanes. Look like they're opening up, but they're flowing well to the ball. Coach Doty had talked about that defensive front does a good job for the Patriots. So the Panthers are looking at it's going to be 3rd down and goal. That ball is right on the 12-yard line.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side. There's a snap. Lawhon rolls to his left, looking for a man. Going to have an out route intended for Ram Foster, and he makes the grab
at the 2-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 2.
That's a good catch by Foster. It was kind of high coming in. He was able to jump up, get both hands on it, and pull it in as he was falling down. But great catch, really good catch by Foster to get that ball down at the 2-yard line. Looks like you're going to have, looks like Lark is checking in, Barr's going out.
Panthers will stay in the 2-tight formation. They'll send Ram Foster out to the far side. Lark and JaKeldrick behind Lawhon. There's a snap. Quick give to B5. He's pushing for the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
Tell you what, Ben, that was a lot of B5 on effort right there. They hit him right at the 1-yard line, and he just kept pushing forward. Good job by Lark. He got a good push up front, but the contact happened right at that 1-yard line. Lark was able to push that ball over the line, get the touchdown.
Just keep those legs churning, young man. That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street, proud supporters of Panther football. Now Jacob Green on to attempt the David Bryant extra point. Panthers get set. There's the snap, the hold, and the kick is good. And with 10:38 to go left to go in this second quarter, Panthers 14, Patriots nothing.
You know, Ben, you got to look at what that offense is doing. We're kind of putting ourselves in some bad spots, obviously. I mean, you just got to call it like it is, but they have managed to overcome those. You know, one of the things you would like to see in Week 9 being focused, but, you know, I mean, I understand. I mean, we played ball. You're coming down in a non-district game, stepping out of district, and I mean, the weather is not the best in the world.
Well,
but
no, you only got 2 practices in really this week. You practiced Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday we had the washout because of the squall line that came through, and then even yesterday was so wet for walkthrough that really you only got 2 solid days. So you've had a couple days. Kids sitting with nothing to do is not necessarily a recipe for success.
That is not a good thing. You know, it's really not. So, but, you know, a game like this, you really got to have a business attitude coming down here.
Well, Jacob Green is on to kick away the David Bryant Realtor kickoff here in the second quarter. Everybody gets set. There's the whistle. Jacob makes his approach. There's the kick, a little sky kick over to the far sideline. It'll be fielded at the 29. He's looking for some room, runs through 1 tackle, and then Armand Mills is going to finish him off with some help. I believe that was Maddox Bryan who tripped him up first.
Yeah, Maddox got in there. Of course, as you see, 18 gets in there, makes that tackle. Let's see.
Where they put the ball down at. I believe it's going to be the 33.
I'm going to need you to make that call.
1st and 10. Ball sits on the 34 of the Patriots. So 1st and 10 on their own 34 as the Patriots bring the offense back out.
Well, I got to say, I told Mod that.
Looks like Hayden Madden has checked into the ball game for the Panthers at linebacker.
I'd like to say Mr. Put It On made that tackle. That was Mod's moniker now, Mr. Put It On.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers in the near, 1 to the far. Now the running back goes in motion. Going to be a little quick hitter out into the flat. He's going to be hit quickly by Cole Thompson after about a 4-yard gain.
Tried a little backside screen, do a little pump action to the right, come back to the left. You saw those offensive linemen drift out, but the problem was they didn't drift out until after the back had made the catch, and he was actually down the field a little further than they were. But managed to pick up about 3 yards on that reception. Going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Patriots at their own 38-yard line.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side for the Patriots. Curtis calls for it. There's a snap. Little play action pass again, intended for number 17, and it's caught at the 42, and he'll be tossed down there. That's going to be just short of the 1st down. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Tackle.
You got that score summary,
Yeah,
William?
I do. It's 10 plays, 55 yards, 4:58 off the clock. Topped off or capped off by the 2-yard touchdown run by B5.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side for the Patriots. Now a little freeze play. They look over the sideline, get their changes. Panthers have now gone to a 4-3 look on defense. Curtis gets him set. There's the snap. Going to be a give right up the middle, and he's going to get enough for a Patriot 1st down all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Managed to get in on that left side, cleared that defensive line. Cole Thompson was there to make sure he didn't get any further. brought him down at the 47 of the Patriots. It's going to be first down and 10.
Same formation again for the Patriots. Shotgun, pistol with the running back sitting behind the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap. He drops straight back. Going to be a little pump, and now he's going to take a shot downfield and overthrow the receiver. Incomplete, and that'll bring up a second down. Quarterback wants that one back. He felt like he had him.
He did get a little separation from Cliff Jones. Looked like a little bit of a push there, probably not enough to call. That side judge never even reached for the flag. Jones had him step for step. Again, looked like a little bit of a push, getting some separation. But going to bring the ball back to the 47-yard line, second down and 10. And I like the light show over there from the band section. Panther band's got something.
Little shout out. That's absolutely right.
I like it.
You like a band that is here to be a fan, too, and they do a great job every week. Shout out again to Mr. Danny Mejia, does a great job with the band. Shotgun formation, quick toss out across the middle, incomplete. Good coverage there by that Panther defense.
That was Maddox Bryant coming in from that safety position. Tried a little quick slant coming from the left to right, a little post route, but, boy, good job by Maddox Bryant to read that. Got a hand on it. He probably wouldn't mind having that one back himself, you know, just dive in there and try to make that interception. But good job by Maddox Bryant to read that and force that incomplete pass. Third down and 10 for the Patriots.
Shotgun formation again. There's a snap. Quarterback drops straight back, looking downfield. Throws it out. Man makes the catch. And he's going to make one Panther miss, and he's still going. And he's going to get into Panther territory at the 35-yard line for another Patriot first down.
Well, I don't really want to talk about the pass reception. Ben, I know you saw it as well as I did. Chase Mitchell was coming off that left side hard and heavy, and that offensive lineman grabbed him and took him to the ground. That should have been a flag, should have been holding, should have been a 10-yard penalty from there. We should be looking at a third down and 25. That was a bad missed call by the White Hat. I'm going to call it like it is.
Yeah, I'm more concerned that we bailed on a receiver.
Well, that penalty should have been
Shotgun
thrown.
formation, two receivers to the near side. Yeah, we bragged on those DBs for comboing, and there the receiver just ran a curl route, and we bailed out 20 yards behind him.
Sure did.
Bryce calls for it. There's a snap. There's going to be a flag. I believe we're going to have a timeout by the Patriots. This timeout brought to you by Sterlington Rehab. They'll take the break. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back with second quarter action.
NELA Turf Farms provides sales, delivery, and installation of luscious sods and rich soils. Whether you're building your own lawn from scratch or you're looking to restore the look and feel of your old landscape, we can help. Our technicians have over 20 years of experience analyzing our residential and commercial clients' needs. Contact us today to learn more about our services or to schedule an initial appointment. Carpenter Road, Bastrop, Louisiana.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised.
Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ron Bush in Sterlington today.
All right, shotgun formation for the Patriots are coming out of the timeout. Two receivers to the near side. Little freeze play, look over. And the tailback sits behind the quarterback in the pistol formation. They'll now walk the sniffer over to the far side. There's the snap. Going to be a give to the tailback up the middle. He'll be grabbed quickly, but still able to gain 2 yards.
I believe that was Jack Moore got the initial contact. Kellen Hall was in there as well. Went on that left side. He was able to pick up 2 yards. It's going to set up a second down and 8. Patriots are at the 33-yard line of the Panthers. Look like we're going to have another timeout.
Is it an official?
We
got an injured player.
Injury timeout. I saw the coach coming out on the field. I'm thinking, got a timeout, but
he's hobbled, but he will make his way to the sideline under his own power. Looks like the Patriots will make use of some extra coaching during the injury timeout. All right, now we're set. Shotgun formation. Two receivers set to the near side. New tailback sits behind Curtis, the quarterback. There's the snap. Going to be a quick give up the middle to number 3. And he's going to be tripped up right at the first down. Believe he's got enough for another Patriot first down.
That's Baker, number 3. He's kind of short and got some speed to him, a good burst. Once he got into the line, he was able to kick it up a notch in another gear. Got that ball down to the 24-yard line. Let's call it the 24-yard line of the Panthers. First down at 10. Patriots knocking on the door here.
Same formation again for the Patriots. Baker sits behind Curtis in the backfield. Curtis gets him set. There's the snap. He's going to drop straight back, and he's looking to take a shot across the middle. Has a man, and he walks into the end zone, touchdown.
Boy, that was a well-run route. Kind of a little deep post and just a good pass. Good pass from Curtis. Curtis, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Make sure. I'm trying to.
I was trying to see.
It's so windy. I can't get that. But anyway, good pass by Curtis to White, and was able to make the reception. He had got separation in that secondary. Now looks like they're going to go for 2.
They will go for 2. They come out in a 2-receiver set to the near side. Curtis rolls out. He's looking downfield, throws it into the end zone. It'll be batted away by Cliff Jones. So no good. So with 6:46 remaining in the second quarter, Panthers 14, Patriots 6. Yeah, and I go back, William, to the play. I know we talked about the no call on the holding penalty, but downfield looked like there was some confusion in that secondary, and then there, just a simple slant route. And we have a man there and just kind of lets him, like he's expecting to pass it off to another defender, and there's no other defender there.
Right.
Simple catch and into the end zone.
Well, what's a little confusing is this offense is roughly what we've seen the last 2 weeks, particularly, I think, with Richwood. You know, it's kind of what we've seen, but again, it is a little baffling there because you saw such a good coordination in that secondary last week.
Panthers have the hands unit on, expecting an onside kick here from the Patriots.
And you don't have anybody back.
Nobody back deep. There's the kick. It's going to bounce. Be fielded, I believe, cleanly at midfield. Be number 4, Ram Foster, who made the recovery. There is a flag on the play. You know, that was something that the coaches saw on the film, that when that kicker lines up, not just at an angle, but when he lines up behind the recovery unit or the coverage unit, he usually is going to make that little onside kick attempt there. So Patriots try to steal one, unable to, as the Panther offense will take over, waiting to see what the penalty is.
Not quite sure what that was, unless it was an illegal procedure maybe.
A lot of discussion.
Do I do my usual line? Looked like they're having the Geneva conference out there.
Something out there. Yeah, there's a lot of discussion.
I don't know what they're trying. They must be talking about.
The flag is so far downfield that it's not offsides.
You know what's going on right now, man. What you gonna eat after the game?
Well, most of them rode together. Surely they got a plan already.
Yeah.
Let's see what the call is. Looks like we're still talking about it.
After all that, we hadn't got it straight yet.
Going to be a chop block against the Panthers.
For real?
My goodness.
All right, Ben.
My only guess is that on the onside kick, somebody tried to clear out the man that was coming and dove at their knees.
Yeah.
So that's going to take the ball, and it's going to back it from the 50 all the way back to the Panther 35-yard line. Nope, they're going to re-kick. So now they will kick from the 50.
Well.
And you have to think Franklin Parish may try it again.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I'm not
quite sure I understand.
No, it doesn't look like Coach Doty understands either. Coach Doty is going to ask for an explanation.
I don't blame him. I would too.
It looks like they're going to, actually that will be our, did we just take the timeout? Did I see a timeout signal from the referee?
But Ben, look, how would you, all right.
Well, the chop block is after the kick.
It's after the kick, so it should be I mean, the kick has been made. Shouldn't that be post-possession?
Yeah, it's just like a holding.
It should be just like a holding penalty. I'm
going to have to ask somebody smarter than us. Chris will probably send us a text with an explanation in just a moment. It's really confusing on why they're re-kicking.
I'm a little bit confused myself. Anybody listening out there?
Yeah.
I know a few.
Well, I've tried to Google high school rules before, and it gets really confusing.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't do that anymore. Coach Doty,
shot block against the Panthers. I mean,
I'm just
whatever he just said, we still don't know. He doesn't have a mic, so I don't understand what's going on.
Well, Coach Doty, he's still talking to Coach Doty, and he is very upset.
Yeah, I don't think these officials have any idea what the call should be there. It looks like a lot of confusion. And Coach Doty typically doesn't lose his mind unless he's certain that he's right.
Well, I'll tell you, that was one of those.
Very upset. So,
well, I think I don't know. White Hat must have took another little pop at him about something.
Patriots will kick it deep, be fielded by Sterling Sims at the 11-yard line. He's looking to make some room, and he's going to get up the near sideline to about the 26-yard line. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 26. Coach Doty is still trying to understand what's going on. A chop block after a kick is not a re-kick.
I would not think so.
But I look forward to being educated if I'm wrong.
Well, I have a phone call I could make to find out.
Well, I believe
we're in the middle of the broadcast. I can't do that.
I believe I got confirmation, one more vote for us, that it's not the right call.
Hey, our favorite filmer over here on this side, Kayla Beaver, maybe she could call for me and ask the question.
All right.
And props to her. She does a great job for us as well.
Absolutely. Well, we'll come back out 1st and 10, no matter what. Panthers, I formation, one receiver to each side. Toss back to Trammell over that right side, looking for some room. He runs through the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up about 4 up to the 30-yard line, and that'll bring up a second down. 5:43 remaining in the second quarter.
I just got a text, foul before possession.
There's no way. Not a chop block. You cannot do a.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't do a chop block or foul before a penalty if there's nobody downfield. I mean, that was a chop block can only happen after the kick. There's a snap. Going to be a give to Trammell on a counter play to that right side, and he's going to be bottled up at the 30-yard line, no gain. And it's almost like really the Panther offensive line has kind of lost a little momentum for a second.
They really have, and, that's something we hadn't seen from them. They do such a good job clearing out up front. Kind of shocking to see how they're responding right now, but it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Ball is on the 30-yard line of the Panthers.
Panthers go with an empty shotgun set. 2 receivers to the far side, 3 receivers set here to the near side. There's the snap. Lawhon's going to toss it quickly out to Ram Foster on a little screen play. He runs through one man, and he's downfield. He's in the Patriot territory at the 40-yard line. That's going to be a Downs Law Firm. 1st down on the big screen pass from Lawhon. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there for a second.
Tunnel screen. Let me finish it off.
Go
Tunnel
ahead.
Screen to Ram Foster. He was able to cut it up inside. Got it in there on the hash marks. Was able to get through a tackle. Got it down to the 39-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Panthers at the 39 of the Patriots. 4:33 left in this first half. Panthers up 14-6.
Panthers stay shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near, 1 to the far. That's Jake Guthrie on the far side. Going to be a little sweep play give to Trammell. He's running hard, and he'll get to the 37 and then be tackled, 2-yard gain.
Got to give the Patriots credit. They're flowing to the ball. I mean, they are not really giving up anything where you can plant your foot and cut up inside, but was able to pick up 2 yards on that carry. Panthers have it at the 37-yard line of the Patriots. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
2nd down, 8. Panthers stay in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the far side. Grant Hanna at the slot position. Trammell sits beside Mason. Now Trammell is going to bobble the ball. Now they're going to make a cut outside. He gets it back to the 31. Nice gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 2.
That was really a nice run by Colvin. You notice how he just kind of worked his way down the field. He made 2 cuts on that. Instead of going down on about the 35, he was able to pick up another 4 yards on that carry. That ball is on the 31 of the Patriots. The Panthers have a 3rd down and 2.
Third down and 2, too tight, I formation. Ram Foster set to the far side as the lone receiver. There's a snap, toss back to Trammell on that right side, looking for some room. He's going to bounce across the 30, bounce off a tackler, and he's still spinning and going all the way down to the 23-yard line for another Downs Law Firm. First down.
Dude, he looked like the Tasmanian devil. Got 2 spins on that one.
I'd be dizzy if I spun that much.
Well, yeah, exactly. You never were good at doing the little
No, I didn't like that Gravitron or none of that.
Yeah, so anyway, that's a good run by Colvin. Got some blocks to get him into the second level, but 2 good spins by Colvin to the outside, was able to get the ball down to the 23-yard line of the Patriots, First down and 10.
2:50 on the clock left in this first half. Too tight I formation. Going to be a counter play to this near side. Give to Trammell. Puts his foot in the ground now. He's turning on the Jets. He's at the 10, the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Great block on that counter block, Ben. You called it. Came out there, kicked out on that outside. Colvin just fell right in behind it, but he had to make a couple of good moves there at the end. He pulled away. That was power on Colvin's part to get that touchdown right up the middle.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street, proud supporters of Panther football. Jacob Green on to attempt the extra point. Everybody gets set. There's the snap, the hold, kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:35 remaining in the first half, Panthers 21, Patriots 6. Panther fans, want to remind you, coming up at the half, the Gallagher Insurance halftime show. We'll have stats, scores, and more for you during halftime.
Well, I was kind of cracking about that Arctic wind, but it's getting a little bit colder up here. Man.
I'm trying not to break out my hand warmer just yet. I'm kind of wanting to use it in the deer stand in the morning.
Well, I got my little mittens.
I only have one left, so I got to hold on to it. I hadn't had a chance to go buy any more.
Dude, it's I don't know, man. When you get to be my age, blood doesn't circulate real good. So
if anybody's listening to us, they just figured out we're not a new listener, and you're like, where's Sterlington at? They just figured out it's definitely not in the city.
New. Oh, man.
Jacob Green on to kick away the David Bryant Realtor kickoff. He gets it teed up. There's the whistle, and the ball is now. Jacob makes his approach, and the ball is in play. There's the kick. Going to be another sky kick over to that right side. It'll be fielded there. Man looking for some room, and he's going to be tackled quickly by number 17, Max Reisinger.
Boy, Reisinger wrapped him up. Now, where did we have a chop block on them?
I didn't see one that time.
Okay, all right. Chop blocks, they just get off of me. So they made the let's see, Reisinger got the tackle down to the 32-yard line of the Patriots. They've got a first down and 10 with 2:21 left in this first half. Now, Ben, I got to call you out. I had a good friend of mine, Kylie Johnson, sent me a text last week, and I missed it. When I started making references to Mid-South Wrestling, he said, how old is that dude you're on the air with? I mean, surely he knows who Big Cat Ernie Ladd is.
Man, I'm not even the 40 yet.
Junkyard Dog. I said, nah.
I'm just a baby.
I said, he's a young guy. You know, I said, I'm going to have to teach him about Mid-South Wrestling back in the day.
Patriots come out, shotgun formation. There's the snap. Curtis drops back, looking downfield, going to throw a little out and up, and it's going to be up in the air, knocked away by Cliff Jones. Had a chance at the interception, but it falls incomplete, and that'll bring up second down and 10.
Boy.
Chris Sturdivant just sent us that scoring drive for the Panthers. You got that, William?
Would you like me to get
Go
that
ahead.
for you, Ben? It's 7 plays, 74 yards, 250 off the clock, 23-yard touchdown pass to Mr. He Gone, Trammell Colvin.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers for the Patriots to the near side. Curtis gets them set. There's a snap. Going to be a give straight ahead to the tailback. He puts his head down. He's going to pick up about 2 yards, and that'll bring up a third down and 8.
Running right in the teeth of that defense. I believe that was Charlie Robinson on that tackle. They gave him 2 yards on that carry. It's going to be third down and 8 for the Patriots. That ball is still on their 34-yard line. And you got 157
and
counting in his first half.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Curtis gets them set. Looks like number 7, Dylan Underwood, has checked into the ball game for the Panthers at linebacker. 3 seconds on the play clock. Curtis calls for it. He's going to drop straight back, and he's looking to take a shot downfield. He's got a man and overthrows it incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down and 8 with 1:30 remaining in the second quarter. You have to think that the Patriots will punt it away, and here comes the punt unit. So Ram Foster will drop back for Sterlington to return the punt. He'll stand around his own 35-yard line. Now he kind of makes his way up. Nope, going to stay right there.
You made the call. Curtis will throw that ball around. He's been getting some deep passes down on the Panthers.
Panthers look like they may bring a little pressure, and they do. They bring some pressure. He's going to get the kick away. Good spiral kick. Fair catch called for by Ram, the 31. And so the Panthers will take over 1st and 10, their own 31-yard line. 1:24 remaining in this second quarter. Panthers lead 21-6. You have to think you'll see the 2-minute offense here for the Sterlington. I don't believe we have any timeouts left. Maybe one, depending on what they did for the official discussion about the kickoff.
I think it's one. It seemed like Coach Doty may have called a
Well, I saw
timeout.
the sideline judge point at him, but I never saw the white hat signal what was going on. So
I don't know. Coach Doty had a lot on his mind. He probably had to call a timeout because he wanted to get a lot off his chest. And when he went back for a second dive at Coach Doty, he got another dip at it. But anyway.
So Panthers will bring the I formation back out. One receiver set to each side, JaKeldrick and Bryce Lark in the backfield behind Lawhon. There's the snap, counter pass, toss downfield, and it's going to fall incomplete. We are going to have a roughing the passer call, though, I believe. Personal foul, roughing the passer. With targeting?
Targeting, sure enough. Yeah. Looked like Foster was trying to get downfield in the middle of the field and just didn't. I think Lawhon had to unload the ball a little quicker than he wanted to.
All right, well, that's going to be a Downs Law Firm first down, a result of the penalty, and move the ball all the way to the Panther 45-yard line. So with 1:22, it'll be 1st and 10 for Sterlington at their own.
It was hands to the face, looks like, on Lawhon.
Okay. I formation, little counter pass again. Lawhon looking downfield, takes a shot. He's going to overthrow it. Barr had a chance at it, and they were going to have a late flag on the play. They're going to call unnecessary roughness. Should
be the same thing. The very same thing they called on the previous play he did again. That end is coming in. He's putting his hand, he's blowing to the head.
No, this flag was downfield, William. This comes on the hit on Barr.
It should have been over
here. Is there
here.
another flag here?
No, I thought maybe that's what you're talking about.
The flag's back there at the 22-yard line.
What he did on this play was exactly the same thing he did in the previous play.
Yeah, no, they got the I believe it was a linebacker that came in and hit Barr late, and they're going to call that a penalty. Unnecessary roughness, personal foul.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that's going to move it to the 40-yard line. Panthers will have it 1:16, and getting some help here for some big penalties by the Patriots. Another Downs Law Firm first down. Panthers will have it 1st and 10 at their own, or at the Patriot 40-yard line.
Got 1:16 left in the game, and the half.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 set to the far side. Lawhon calls for it. There's the snap, a little high. He handles it. Going to be a screen pass given out to JaKeldrick, and he is hit immediately by Mr. Kemp at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that was pretty much blown
And we're going to
up.
have another flag. A little flag happy here at the end.
That was down.
Downfield.
Not sure. I was, you were like me. I was zoned in on the screen itself.
Yeah, that flag came in late again. It may be on the Panthers this time. No flag. They're going to wave it off. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and a 14, 1:05, and the clock will start on the whistle. Actually, they're not going to wait on the whistle. They're going to go ahead. So we're inside 1 minute, 2nd down, 14. Panthers send 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Lawhon in the backfield by himself. There's the snap, another high snap. Looking downfield, Lawhon's going to throw it up, intended for Barr, and it's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. That'll bring up 3rd down and 14. Panthers having a little trouble protecting the quarterback. He's getting all kinds of pressure in his face.
Yeah, and that ball just had
it's
a little
catching
bit
up
more,
in that wind,
yeah,
too.
it's getting caught up in that wind. If he could have just got a little more air under it, so to speak, had him behind the coverage, but I think that wind is catching that ball and pushing it down. It looks like you have more trouble going from right to left and left to right.
I formation for the Panthers. One receiver to each side. There's the snap. And the give quickly to Lark, and he's in the open field, makes a cut outside. Now he's looking for blockers, and he's across the 20 to about the 19, 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Downs Law Firm first down, and we're in the Ron D. Bush red zone again.
Good job by B5. He found that seam and took it out to that right side. Good job of him picking up those big yards. Ball's on the 19, 1st and 10.
I formation again. Toss back to Jakeldrick over this near side, looking for blockers. And he's going to be tackled at the 15-yard line. Panthers are going to have to hurry, but there's another flag. And
what we're going to have
not
here?
sure what's going on here.
I'm not sure.
I feel like we've said that a lot, but the flag comes in from so far back, you're not sure what happened. The ball is on the 16-yard line. They're going to call holding against the Panthers. That'll back it up 10 yards.
I'm going to make a comment here. That was a poor job of holding if we got tackled where we did. So, I mean, if we're going to hold, you might as well make it count.
That's right.
You know?
Panthers are going to have to hurry.
Got 20 seconds on the clock. Panthers are going to take a timeout, looks like.
Holding against the Panthers. Panthers will take a timeout. That'll be their last timeout of the half. This timeout brought to you by Sterlington Rehab. So they'll take the break. We'll stay here just for a moment. 20 seconds remaining to the half. And the Panther fans want to remind you every week to catch the Panther highlight video with clips and highlights from each week's previous contest available on Thursdays. And it's all brought to you by NELA Turf. And you can catch that on the Panther YouTube channel, or you can go to shspantherfootball.com. Again, the Gallagher Insurance halftime show coming up. We'll take probably about a 6-7 minute break, and then we'll come back, get you caught up with some scores from around the area, some stats, and talk a little bit about our analysis of the first half. Panthers lead 21-6. 20 seconds remaining, no timeouts left for the Panthers. And is it first down, William?
Should be first down. Yeah, they marked off for the hold, which was down the field. So you're looking at a first down and 17 for the Panthers.
Panthers go I formation, 2 tight. Lark and Miller behind Lawhon. There's a snap. Going to be a pass. He's looking in the flat for Foster. Now he's going to toss it up for Ram. Ram's going to make the catch. Shoe comes off. But they're going to say incomplete.
Boy, I
what
thought
an
he
attempt.
had that.
Lost his shoe, kept the ball, but he went out of bounds.
Man, Foster is about like Miller tonight. Boy, he's on fire. But he down, out, and up, and in the corner bit just enough for Foster to get separation. Good pass by Lawhon. He dropped it
Put
right
it in
where
the only place he could.
He absolutely did. Dropped it over the 2 defenders and put it in a great spot. And then, Foster throws a shoe. I mean, that just – if he makes the catch, it's dramatic. You throw a shoe, make a touchdown. I mean, there's got to be an award for that somewhere. But anyway, they're going to bring the ball back to the 26-yard line. You got 13 seconds left. The Panthers have a 2nd down and 17. So, you want to make sure if you get this, you get it out on the sideline.
I formation. There's a snap. Lawhon play action pass now rolling to his right, looking in the flat. Going to be caught by Lark, and he's got to get out of bounds, and he does. Lark gets out of bounds, 6 seconds on the clock.
Wrong.
Nice gain.
You got a little home cooking on the clock. It ran off an extra second, so it's 5
Panthers
seconds.
are going to bring the field goal unit on anyway, I believe.
That was a good heady play by Lark. That was it was a good setup play.
Yeah.
He drifted out into the flats where you want him on the rollout, and just a good catch, good hands catch by B5. Set up this field goal attempt by Jacob Green.
This field goal attempt brought to you by David Bryant, Realtor.
32-yard field goal attempt.
Will be a 32-yarder. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And with no time remaining in the first half, Panthers take a 24-6 lead. That'll be the end of the second quarter. We'll take the break. Be back with the Gallagher Insurance halftime show in just a few moments.
When the world is uncertain, having a focus can make everything clear. At Gallagher, our focus is community, Gallagher's purpose is to help you move forward with confidence by managing your risk, by helping you foster a healthy, thriving workforce. So whether your doors never closed or you're looking to return and rebuild, our focus remains where it's always been, on you and your community. Because that's what it means to build confidence together.
Coach, your assessment here in the first half.
Well, we just had way too many penalties, so we'll clean that up and we'll come out in the second half and get on them again.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors. They're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
CommuniHealth Services in Bastrop provides quality medical, dental, and behavioral healthcare services for patients of all ages. Our goal is to make a difference by providing superior healthcare services and exceed patient expectations by doing the right thing every day to improve lives in our community. If you're ready for our team to care for you, visit communihealth.org today.
At Cross Keys Bank, we're full of Sterlington Panther pride. We're also proud to offer free key checking for individuals and businesses. Free key checking has no minimum balance requirement, and you'll never have to worry about bank fees again. I'm Lee Riordan, Sterlington Market Manager. I invite you to stop by our branch soon to open a free key checking account. Cross Keys Bank, member FDIC.
Cross Keys Bank.
David Bryant, RE/MAX, your local NELA Realtor, has the home for you. 318-265-8130. Call David Bryant today. Licensed in Louisiana, each office independently owned and operated. Ready to sell? Ready to buy? David Bryant is the man to call. RE/MAX Premier Realty. Fair housing opportunity.
Here in Sterlington, our town motto is Faith, Family, Friends. At First Baptist Church, we believe those three things are what's most important for all of us, from the youngest to the oldest. We want to help you and your family thrive in each area. Whether you're new to town or just looking to get better connected, we'd love for you to come join us on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. For a full schedule or more information, check out fbcsterlington.com. FBC Sterlington, we're here for you.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
When the world is uncertain, having a focus can make everything clear. At Gallagher, our focus is community. Gallagher's purpose is to help you move forward with confidence by managing your risk, by helping you foster a healthy, thriving workforce. So whether your doors never closed or you're looking to return and rebuild, our focus remains where it's always been, on you and your community. Because that's what it means to build confidence together.
Need a loan? Call Kraftman Federal Credit Union. If you're replacing worn out or damaged lawn equipment, appliances, or in need of a new automobile, Kraftman has money to loan. Whether you live or work in Morehouse, Richland, or West Carroll parishes, Kraftman can get you the money you need with some of the lowest rates around. Call or drop by and let the hometown folks at Kraftman make it easy and start enjoying your new purchase. Kraftman has money to loan. Kraftman Federal Credit Union, 805 East Cypress in Bastrop.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Community banking. It's not just what we do, it's ingrained in who we are. By providing a banking experience you can trust. Marion State Bank. Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Monroe, West Monroe. NELA Turf Farms provides sales, delivery, and installation of luscious sods and rich soils. Whether you're building your own lawn from scratch or you're looking to restore the look and feel of your old landscape, we can help. Our technicians have over 20 years of experience analyzing our residential and commercial clients' needs. Contact us today to learn more about our services or to schedule an initial appointment. Carpenter Road, Bastrop, Louisiana.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised.
Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ron Bush in Sterlington today.
Hello, I'm Ross Downs of the Downs Law Firm. We're a personal injury law firm that handles cases involving 18-wheeler crashes, automobile wrecks, pedestrian accidents, as well as slip, trip, and fall. We're with our clients every step of the way. We advise them through issues surrounding the liability issues of a wreck or a personal injury. Please give us a call if we can be of further assistance.
Ross Downs, 318-284-8551.
There's a lot of trucks out there, but none like the 21 Nissan Titan. It's the truck with best-in-class standard power and torque, tech features, and safety to protect your greatest catch. Plus, it's backed by America's best truck warranty. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper. It's the truck you'll want to brag about. Test drive a Titan today at Sparks Nissan.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today. The law offices of Street and Street, fighting for the injured in Louisiana. When you hire us, you get us. Our clients are represented by one of our seasoned attorneys with over 65 years of experience handling cases in Louisiana. Our goal is simple: to advocate and fight for the rights of the injured. Call today for a consultation, 318-325-4418, Street and Street.
Hi, I'm Drew Breeze, co-owner of Surge Entertainment Centers. Being a father of 4 children, I'm constantly looking for ways to provide great family experiences, such as sports simulators and bowling, including a full-service bar and restaurant with comfortable lounge and event spaces. We are consistently on the cutting edge with our equipment, technology, and park designs. If you haven't been to one of our Surge parks yet, come by and see us and experience it for yourself. You won't want to leave, because here at Surge, it's all about friends, family, and fun.
That's the sound of the 5th quarter at the 64 in Sterlington. Come and get some of that good old authentic Louisiana cuisine, like only the 64 can whip up for you, child. Nolan's has come to town, and there's only one place to be after the Panther game. It's the 64. Hey Trey, Fix me some of them jazzy potatoes.
Panther fans, welcome into the Gallagher Insurance Halftime Show. Want to give you some analysis on the first half. Panthers lead 24-6 after one half of play. And really, William, a pretty sloppy half. Panthers started sloppy. Seemed like Franklin Parish played a little sloppy there at the end. And 24-6 is a good lead, but still not really not the business-like atmosphere you mentioned as we talked at the beginning of the pregame.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing about it. Just doesn't seem like, I mean, we're up 24-6, and you'd say, well, that's pretty good showing, but it just doesn't seem that way.
Yeah.
We're kind of a little sloppy, like you said. We've been hitting some big plays, but there toward the end in the second quarter, the offensive line just wasn't doing what we normally see them do.
Yeah.
They're not clearing out like they normally do, and the running backs aren't even really getting a chance to plant and get up into the second level.
Yeah, I think Trammell showed us that last touchdown run that he had that if he could put that foot in the ground and get upfield, you almost see it. I can't see his eyes from up here, but you can see it with the way he plants that foot. He knows when the hole's fixing to be there. And for Trammell, it doesn't have to be a wide hole. Just a seam's enough for him. But that last big run for him, there was no doubt. He put his foot in the ground, and the last guy kind of held on to him as he ran in the end zone, but it was a touchdown.
He really did, and you're right. You can see him see that hole, make the plant, and commit to it. And, Jakeldrick has been doing that really well this year, because that's probably the thing. Last year, he wasn't – you got to plant that foot when you see it and burst into the hole, and he's doing so much better with that this year, but you're right. Something just a little bit off kilter tonight, seems like to me.
Well, and even as we say that, Panthers have 25 carries for 180 yards. Jakeldrick's got 9 carries for 111. Lark's got 5 for 50, and Colvin's got 8 for 50. So, I mean, don't want to talk too bad about the offensive line, but just isn't what we've been seeing lately.
That's right.
And really the false starts, the big bad snap to start the game, probably reflected here in these numbers. That takes off some of that yardage, but Panthers have about 270 yards of offense, which is pretty good for a half of football, even as we talk about it being sloppy.
That's exactly right. And in the passing game, Ben, what do we have so far?
Lohan 6 of 11 for 99.
Right at 100 yards. And,
yeah.
And I had some opportunities. It's just this wind is so I'm sure it's kind of whipping around on the field, but that was a real good throw to Foster that was incomplete.
Absolutely.
But he's had a couple like with Barr. If this wind wasn't so bad, he would probably be more on target. And I felt like just watching the film from last week, talking about Franklin. I mean, I felt like we had matchups that we'd like. The corner's a little bit on the shorter side here, and we've been able to get behind them, just hadn't been able to get it there every time. So, again, step out of district. It's an opponent that you
first cold weather. I mean,
and again, it's
I got a feeling we got some folks listening tonight. They're like, cold weather. Y'all know it's 53 degrees, right? But folks, you got to understand, if you're not from Louisiana, when it gets below 60, we work out the gumbo and
but you also
etouffee and
let's look at the wind chill factor. Like, got to factor that in there. It's
right. It's really 53 degrees with a wind chill of 14.
Yeah. I mean, I am Mr. Sinus here, so tomorrow I'm going to wake up.
You may be a little deep talking next week.
Dude, it's going to be
nasally.
It'll be rough. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, and again, I think that what really we have watched the first half is it's not a subpar effort on the offensive part. It really is just you'd like things to be a little sharper week 9. But again, there are some challenges, some things going on in that. And so, nothing to panic about at all. Just things you'd like to see. Hey, let's be a little sharper to come out in the second half, take care of business, and maybe get some of those pups, as the coaches say, into play in the fourth quarter would be nice. But also, part of me sitting here looking at that clock, going, the last time it was 24-6 at the half, we ended up going to the wire. So don't want to get into that. We made some comparisons to North DeSoto to start tonight, and don't want to get into that. So you want to come out, be sharp, and Panthers should get the football to start the second half. So offensively, let's just click. Don't clean up the false starts and things. But defensively, the Panthers only gave up, I believe, 70 yards of offense to the Patriots. And really all of that came on one drive, that last touchdown drive they had. outside of that, it's pretty much been 3 and done.
Yeah, it has, and that touchdown drive came after we took a 14-0 lead. And it's so funny, no matter what level of football, it always seems like when you get up on a lead like that, sometimes you almost feel like the defense is kind of like, oh, we're going to come out there and pitch it, and then that offense comes in and drives it. And really, they did have some good runs on that particular drive. And talk about officiating, not going to really get into that, but been a little subpar as well.
Yeah, well, Coach Glenn, Coach Paul Glenn, our basketball coach, keeps our scoreboard for us, and our ticker does a great job with that. But he mentioned something I hadn't even noticed, that they are an official down on the field tonight. There's no back judge. They're running a 5-man crew when it should be a 6-man crew. And so some of the calls, like when we saw the late hit for John Barr, that call came from the far sideline. I mean, that guy came almost 40 yards away to make a call. And so I want to give them a little grace just because they are shorthanded. But then you see bonehead things like the kickoff. I'm still not sure.
Yeah,
I know you had a friend text you and say, maybe it was before the play, but on a kickoff for a chop block, it can't be before the play.
Right.
We would know that because the kid would have to actually run the 10 yards before the ball's kicked and take somebody's legs out like Tanya Harding.
Exactly. And look, and we talk about the officials a lot, but when COVID hit, we lost a lot of older officials.
That's
a
right.
lot of experienced officials. And quite frankly, I think they've struggled to get the numbers back up. And I will tell you, a non-district, non-conference game like Franklin and Sterlington, where you have one team that's completely out of the playoff picture more than likely, or going to be a low seed, is probably a low priority game. I'm sure they wouldn't tell you this, but I'm sure they have to prioritize these games.
Well,
I mean, if you've got – some of the big games going on tonight. You got Carroll and Union playing. They're going to
Oak Grove, St. Fred's.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have the number of officials you need.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's kind of a harsh thing to say, but it's just a reality.
That's right. Well, give you some scores from around the area. Again, you're listening to the Gallagher Insurance halftime show. Oak Grove finally doing what we hoped they would do tonight, getting us some power points right now. They are up 21-7. If that score holds or they add to it, over St. Fred's. And Union Parish versus Carroll, it's actually 14-8. Carroll leads in the third quarter. Delhi Charter and Cedar Creek, or Delta Charter, I'm sorry, Cedar Creek all over them, 50-0. OCS over Delhi, 20-0.
Let's just see what is
Church
that?
Point playing Mamu, it's 55-0.
Excuse me, just keep going.
Washita over Ash right now, 12-7 in the third quarter. And that Washita Parish team is really beginning to click. And I'm telling you, if I'm in 5A, that's not who I want to draw.
And look, I want to say this: hats off to the Washita Lions. They deserve to win that game against Ruston the week before.
Yeah.
And you got to give Coach Todd Garvin some credit. He has got them going in the right direction. But that was a huge win for those guys against West Monroe.
Yeah, Wassman leads Richwood 28-6. Abbeville, I know a lot of us are keeping an eye on Abbeville. Abbeville, of course, coached by Rod Moy, a graduate of Sterlington in 1999, and a great guy. Wish him all the best. And who knows, maybe in the playoff picture, we might see Abbeville come to Sterlington. We may make the trip and down to Abbeville and see Rod. That'd be kind of a fun matchup.
Would they fix us up some boudin while we're down there?
Man, I tell you what, anytime I go to that area, I am getting some boudin. I'm going to take an ice chest and load up on that. West Monroe over Pineville, 23-6 at the half. Buckeye over Caldwell, 14-10. Ravel over Mangum, 18-0. Neville over Bastrop.
Whoa. Ravel over Mangum?
No, Mangum over Ravel. I'm sorry, 18-0.
I was about to
say,
a
lot of folks just
minute
hit the brakes on that one.
Dude, I would have thought you'd had a bigger reaction from that one.
Yeah, for some reason I know that McDonough 35 beat Sophie Wright 28-14 last night. I don't know why that one's on my phone, but it is.
Yeah.
So a lot of area football happening, and one score of interest for the Panthers in the PowerPoint picture. Iowa trails Lake Charles College Prep 14-7, I believe, or 14-8 in the third quarter. And that only reason that's of interest, that's the number 2 seed right now according to PowerPoints. And if the Panthers take care of business, they've got a really, really good shot at being the number 1 seed in the 3A playoffs.
Yeah, and that they're the closest to the Panthers. An interesting thing about Lake Charles College Prep, you and I talked about it before we came back on the air. They were banned from the playoffs, but
the district championship's all they've got.
That's right. Their wins were not taken away from them, so that does not jockey or mess up the power points for 3A. But a loss to them
does hurt you.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about a loss to them by Iowa would hurt them and move them down. I tell you, you've really got some teams up at the top of the PowerPoints right now that are really kind of not norm. Patterson is up there, and I know Patterson's one of those you kind of, when you read their fan base, they're like, we're going to do it this year, and then they wind up not doing it. So
Doty told me this week, and again, in the offensive coach's office in particular, they really feel like there are 10 teams that can really compete for the title. I know Madison Prep gets a lot of the headlines, and rightfully so. I think they've got that program firing on some cylinders, and it reminds you of 16, but I just from what I've heard and what I've seen, a little more disciplined and well coached than they were in 16. You know, we snuck them in the dome that year,
very
but
much so.
man, they look like a threat.
Well, you got Lutcher sitting in there. Church Point is another one that's undefeated right now, and I think everybody remembers Church Point.
Yeah. Well, Panther fans, that is the Gallagher Insurance halftime show. We are now set to begin the third quarter. Panthers lead 24-6. Looks like both teams are set. Panthers will receive. They'll have the hands unit on the field. Sterling Sims and Cole Thompson will stand back at their own 30-yard line. And looks like the Patriots will kick it away. There's the approach and the kick. Going to be a line drive kick. It'll sail over the head of Cole Thompson. He'll run back to his own 10, pick it up there, and he's going to look to run past some Patriots, and he's got room up to about the 24-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will begin. 1st and 10 in this third quarter, brought to you by Cross Keys Bank.
Nice job of handling that ball by Thompson. Did a little double take on it and got it back up the field. Of course, that's a live ball. He has to handle it. You want to see if it'll roll on into the end zone. Wasn't a chance of that, but nice job of Thompson handling that, getting it back up the field, getting the Panthers some breathing room there. They start at their own 25, 1st down and 10.
Two tight I formation, Lark and Miller behind Lawhon. Quick give straight ahead to Lark. He's across the 30 to the 31. Be a 6-yard gain and bring up 2nd down.
Good carry, good blocking up front. Good carry by Lark. Got that 6 yards right up the middle between the tackles. Going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers at their own 31-yard line.
Two tight I formation again. Lawhon gets him set. There's a snap. Going to be a quarterback keeper around that far sideline. He's got the Downs Law Firm 1st down up to the 40-yard line.
I will say Lawhon does a good job faking, because he faked me smooth out. I thought he'd handed that ball off to Lark, and I'm thinking, man, Lark's coming through there.
He's gotten me more than once on that.
He gets me all the time on it, but good decision to keep that ball. Got around the edge, was able to pick up, got the ball down to the 40-yard line, pick up that 1st down.
Two tight I formation again for Lawhon. There's a snap. Going to be a give to Lark.
B5,
and he's in the open field. He's at the 40, 30.
B5, be gone.
And that's going to be a touchdown,
B5,
Panthers.
be gone. There you go. I told him when we left, I said, I want to get look, if you break one, I'm going to give it to you. B5, be gone. Now, we got Mr. He gone. I want my T-shirt that says B5, be gone. I'm saying it now. I want it. Bryce Lark. I want my shirt.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. This extra point attempt brought to you by David Bryant, Realtor. Jacob Green on to attempt. Panthers run over, get set for the extra point attempt. There's the snap, kicks up, and it is good. And with 10:52 left to play in the third quarter, Panthers 31, Patriots 6. We had just said the Panther offense needed to come out and fire on all cylinders. I think that kind of answers the bell.
That answered the bell. And let me say this. He got some good blocks right in the center of that line. And of course, they're stacking the box right now. Once he cleared that 2nd level, he was gone. You know, Lark can turn on the jets when he wants to. But we've seen him have the capacity to get down the field like that. You know, if you put him and Ramajay side by side running down the field, Ramajay's more than likely going to win that race. But
I think we're going to have to do it now. I think we're going to have to get with him this week. We're going to have to line him up, and let's just see.
Let's just see who's
Lark
fast.
says he's fastest. I don't know that I believe it.
No.
But I think we can prove it.
Let me put it this way. Bryce Lark, he's a promotional guy.
Hey,
he can promote.
We've got Chad Merrill listening tonight from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Chad said, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but Drew Huff just killed that linebacker. Jacob Green on to a kick away, the David Bryant kickoff.
There's the kick. Going to be a high kick. It's going to sail back to about the 1 yard line and go through the hands of the return man for a touchback. So Patriots will come out 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
You know, it's funny. We talk about things like, oh, at halftime, Coach Doty must have really got all over them. But, you know, we've talked to him before about things like that. And sometimes it's like he goes in and says, what are y'all doing? We're going to have to get this going. Or it's just something like, guys, let's take care of business
Absolutely.
in the second half. And I think this team is mature enough to where they respond to those sort of
Yeah,
things.
you've got, 20 seniors this year, and all 20 contribute in some way. Most start. Patriots come out, shotgun formation. The tailback behind the quarterback. There's the snap. Going to be a quick give to the tailback. He's fighting his way up to about the 25-yard line. Be a 5-yard gain and bring up 2nd down.
I believe Charlie Robinson got that big arm out there to start with and was kind of reeling him in. Chase Mitchell came in to finish him off. Picked up about 4 yards on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. The ball is on the 24-yard line of the Patriots.
Pistol formation for the Patriots again. That scoring drive for Sterlington was 3 plays, 75 yards, 58 seconds, capped off by the 60-yard touchdown run by Bryce Lark, B5. All right, pistol formation for the Patriots. There's the snap. He's going to drop back, looking to hit a quick hitter outside. He makes the catch, and he's looking to get downfield. He's going to have enough for a Patriot 1st down. Thompson was there, but good catch by the receiver for a 1st down.
I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Curtis put that ball right on the money. I believe that was White that made the reception, but he put it right on the money. Thompson had good coverage. It was just a tight window. Managed to get it, spin around in the inside, pick up the 1st down. Ball on the 33-yard line of the Patriots.
Same formation. There's a snap. Going to be a give straight ahead to number 3. He runs hard, gets across the 35 to about the 36.
Mitchell had him, and he was able to pull out of his grip, but he couldn't pull out of the grip of big Charlie Robinson. He got him and kind of splashed him there. Going to be a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6. The ball is on the 36-yard line of the Patriots.
Same formation, 1 receiver to each side. There's a snap. He drops back, little pump fake, looking to take a shot downfield. He does take it again, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Good coverage there by number 15, Cole Thompson, with help from number 6, Max Bryan.
You try to hit down the right side over in front of that Panther bench. I tell you, Curtis has impressed me tonight. He's getting the ball. He's really kind of dropping it in some good spots. I mean, we knew they were going to throw the ball a lot, but done a pretty good job. But coverage was good on that attempt.
Yep.
So that's going to set up a 3rd down and 7.
That wind makes it challenging to be
does.
accurate tonight. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers now to the far side. Curtis calls for it. There's the snap. He rolls to his right, looking downfield. Going to take another shot. Got a man behind the defense, and it's off his fingertips, incomplete.
Boy, he put it right.
William, I'm still concerned on what's happening over there. How are those receivers getting behind?
I do not know. That was.
I'm going to have to. I'm watching the ball, so I'm not seeing the movement of what's happening, if it's a double move or what's happening. But Panther defense able to recover, but that ball just off the fingertips of the receiver. Incomplete, brings up a 4th down. The punting unit will come on, and Ram Foster will drop back to his own 28-yard line. There's the snap. Ball's going to go out of bounds at the Panther 35, and that's where the Panthers will take over. 1st and 10, their own 35-yard line. 8:52 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. Panthers 31, Patriots 6. Panther offense will get ready to come back out on the field.
Chris Sturdivant just sent us an update on the Abbeville game. It's 6-0 Abbeville.
He sent that one, and also saw that Union now leads Carroll 16-14 in the 3rd quarter.
And they are playing in the dog pound, correct?
I actually couldn't answer that. Chris can probably tell us for sure.
I think Chris said they were playing in the dog pound tonight.
Yes, he's nodding his head. I see him.
Oh, they're at Union.
2 tight I formation. There's a snap. Going to be a give straight ahead up to the 40-yard line. 5-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd down.
That was Hatfield has checked into the game at fullback. That was a handoff from him, or to him from Lawhon. Picked up 5.5 tough yards. Panthers have, let's call it 2nd down and a very long 4.
Too tight I formation. There's a snap. Give to Ramaje. He's running through tackle, still fighting. He gets up to the 48-yard line, and that's another Downs Law Firm. First down for the Panthers.
That's a good run by Hatfield. Able to get in the seam real quick. Carried a few tacklers with him, got it to the 48-yard line.
Well, let me just say this. To be a wide receiver in this offense, you can't be just a finesse guy. You got to be a hard work, lunch pail kind of guy. And Ram Foster and John Barr might be two of the best I've ever seen at being really great receivers, but they wear out whoever they're blocking.
Oh, they do. They do.
Too tight I formation. Going to be a counter give to that left side to Trammell. He's going to try to bounce it outside. Turns on the Jets. He's going to get outside, still running, and he's across the 45. Going to get into Patriot territory. He turned a negative play into a good positive game.
Well, he was able to beat that initial penetration to get on the outside edge. You had just said that about John Barr, and his corner had got on the other side of him. He made a good call not to try to block because we've been blocking the back. But Trammell was able to use him and get around him, and Barr wound up picking somebody else up. The ball's on the 45 of the Patriots.
Too tight I formation. It's going to be a counter play action pass. Shot across the middle to John Barr. 10-5, and he'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown.
Boy, that was a very, very well thrown ball. Good route by Barr. He was able to get to the inside. You liked your matchups with Barr against these corners size-wise. I felt like that was our advantage. But just a deep post route. You had Lawhon just really sit in that pocket, made a nice, crisp throw on a rope down the field to Barr for the touchdown.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. And now Jacob Green on to attempt the David Bryant Realtor extra point. Panthers get set. There's a snap, the hold, the kick, and it is good. And with 7:15 left in this third quarter, Panthers 38, Patriots 6. And do you think the offense heard us talking at halftime?
Oh, they must have. They didn't like us talking about them like that.
Well, look, if that's what it takes, I think maybe I'll start doing that in pregame. We'll start batting them a little bit in pregame and rolling.
Just tell them, just kind of trash them, huh? Ah, you guys, come on.
They call that coach speak sometimes,
yeah,
don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just terrible.
Dude, are y'all playing flag
I was going to say, you mentioned John Barr on the block on the outside. Really, we call that a pick, right? Like you really just don't knock anybody out. You just get away.
You just stay. Well,
Coach Glenn may want to recruit him to play a little basketball, set some picks or something, huh?
Well, he's a baseball guy.
He is a baseball guy. That's right.
He's a baseball guy.
There was a day and time at Sterlington where you had to play all three sports, or you couldn't fill enough people for the team.
Boy, those days are long. Man, I went to Prairie View. You not only had to play all three sports, but you had to be out there helping get the water ready. You had to set the field up. You had to plant the field.
That's right.
In the spring. I mean, good night. I learned a lot about that.
Jacob Green on to kick away the David Bryant Realtor kickoff. He makes his approach. There's a kick. Good high kick. Drives back, and it's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. Patriots will begin again. 1st and 10. Their own 20-yard line.
All right, this drive summary provided by Chris Sturdivant. 4 plays, 65 yards, a minute 37, 45-yard pass from Lawhon to Barr for the touchdown.
Scoreboard reads 37-6, but I'm pretty sure it's 38-6, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
38-6. They're trying to rob us of a point. That's all right. Coach Glenn's got it correct on the ticker. All right, Patriots come back out. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 set close to the near side. Curtis and Baker in the backfield. There's the snap. Ball's going to sail back. It's in the end zone. Running back's going to pick it up. He's going to try to just get out, and he's not going to do it. That should be a safety.
That is a safety. You know, that looked like that. I tell you the truth, I don't think they even were ready for the snap.
The center snapped the ball when nobody was looking. Now we got a clock running, but that will make it 40-6, and now the Panthers will receive. Looks like the Patriots are going to have a man down. That's number 3, Baker. He fell on the ball in the end zone, tried to get out of it.
He tried to get it out of the end zone.
But that Panther defense was all over him.
Well, it looked like I think the quarterback may have even been looking to the sideline.
He was like a little freeze play.
Yeah, a little freeze play, and apparently the center heard something, or he snapped it anyway. And I tell you what, that's a lonely feeling when that ball goes by you. And you know you got that whole defense
especially
coming.
With that Panther defense. It's so fast.
Woo.
You look up and there's 10 guys bearing down on you with no help.
I know it.
William, are you getting colder, son? You look like you're getting a little colder. I see you kind of
Oh, no.
That wind's picking up a little bit.
But I'm going to tell everybody on the air, like we talked at halftime before we came back on, I'm getting to that age where you come to the house and it's going to be 80 degrees. But look, when I said this when I go see my mom, she's got it really toasty warm in there, So
I like the way you changed that because you knew your mama was listening.
Oh, yeah. My mom is, hey, I've got one of the greatest moms you could ever have.
That's a really good recovery right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, no.
Not that you say anything bad. I'm just picking.
We visit every Sunday afternoon, so, we got our routine. But anyway, Panthers are going to receive this ball. There'll be a free kick from the Franklin Parish Patriots, so they'll have to kick from their own 20.
And they will send the punter, Josh Kemp, on to kick it away. Sterling Sims and Cole Thompson will stand back at their own 44-yard line. And he will be kicking into a pretty stiff wind. There's a kick. Going to be a nice kick. Be fielded by Thompson at the 42, looking for some room. He'll get across midfield into Patriot territory, and he's still running. Runs through all the way down to the 37-yard line. Nice return by number 15, Cole Thompson.
He was able to pull that leg loose. He had him. They all looked like they were going to get him down about 10 yards back, but he was able to get his leg free, pick up another 10 yards or so. So Thompson brought it back to the 39 of the Patriots. They'll have it first down and 10. 6:49 left in this third quarter. Panthers up 40-6.
Panthers come out too tight, I formation. John Barr in the ball game to the far side as the lone receiver. Lark and Jakeldrick behind Lawhon. There's the snap. Quick give to Lark. Keeps his legs pushing, and he's in that second level again for a Downs Law Firm. First down all the way to the 27-yard line.
Ben, looks like that offensive line is starting to wear on that defensive front of the Patriots right now. Good run by Lark, just right between the tackles, was able to break some. Got it out to the 27-yard line with the Patriots first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Too tight I formation again. Barr to the far side. Toss back to Jakeldrick over that far side. He's got some room, and he's at the second level. He's got a first down, and he's still fighting his way all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the Panthers will have it first and goal inside the Ron D. Bush red zone.
We talked about those additional blocks. We talk about what the offensive line does. But Bryce Lark in that fullback position sealed off to the inside. Once Jay Milley got into the open, he was able to get on that edge. You saw Barr making that block like you talked about. He got the ball inside the 10. It's going to be on the 8-yard line. The Panthers have it first down and goal.
Too tight I formation again. Foster checks into the ball game at the receiver. There's the give to number 5, Bryce Lark. He gets to the 5-yard line, be about a 3-4 yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Nothing fancy to that, just man on man, pushing that pile. Lark was able to get that 3-yard carry. Ball is touching the 5-yard line. The Panthers have it second down and goal on the 5.
5:30 remaining in this third quarter, brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. Lawhon under center. There's a snap. Toss back to Jakeldrick looking for some room. And he's going to fight his way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Just a power run by Miller. He was able to get into that second level. Boy, he got a shot from somebody. He punched him good and was able to just roll off of him to get into the end zone for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street, proud supporters of Panther football. Jacob Green on to attempt the David Bryant Realtor extra point. Panthers start in the gate. Now they'll snap and come over to set up for the attempt. Everybody gets set. Snap, hold, kick is up. A little low, but goes through. So with 5:21 remaining in the third quarter, Panthers 47, Patriots 6. And the Panthers have put 23 points on the board in about 6 minutes and 29 seconds. My math at 39 seconds. 6:39. So in the first half, 24 points. You come out and in half a quarter, basically, you hang almost the exact same amount of points.
Absolutely. I'm impressed with you.
3 touchdowns. Man, the air just keeps me fresh. When it's hot and muggy, you're kind of sluggish.
Yeah.
Tonight,
I don't know.
I brought my math with me.
No, actually, I'm probably like the animals that when it gets cold, they just sort of hibernation period. Go into hibernation. Man, when it gets like this, it's just not It's just not good. I like being inside our little place at home. We're going to be home Thursday night. And by the way, we need to mention that
Thursday night.
The Panthers home game next week is going to be a Thursday night ball game. So when you tune in to SHS Panther football on YouTube, it will be on Thursday night.
Jacob Green kicks away the David Bryant kickoff. He drives it back to about the 4-yard line, fielded there. Going to have a return. Man's looking to get some blocks, and he's going to be tripped up by number 18, Armad Mills, and he'll get the ball to the 19.
Let's see. I believe it's Mr. Put It On.
Put It On.
Mr. Put It On, put it right on them
now
to drop them.
I don't know. I don't think we can let them name themselves.
Hey, look.
I think that's up to us.
I told him.
I'm going to call him Chicken Wing.
Look, back in the day, see, Coach Paul Glenn's old enough to remember probably. Well, I grew up on a farm. You had hammer mills where they made the feed. I just like Armad the Hammer Mills. I mean, it just sounds great. I mean, and he's like, I don't know about that, Mr. Will. My uncle might know about that. My dad, but I don't know. I was like, I like it. Armad the Hammer Mills instead of Mr. Put It On.
Shotgun formation for the Patriots. They're going to be a give to the tailback. He's looking, but he's going to be met by Jackson King right at the 20-yard line, maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, good job by King. He met him right in the hole and brought him down immediately. They're going to give him 1 yard on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Max Reisinger has checked into the ball game. And number 7, Dylan Underwood. Terrace Coleman also along that defensive line. And number 72, Caleb Evans. Looks like the Panthers have gone basically to a 3-3-5 look. Shotgun formation for the Patriots. There's a snap. Going to be a play-action pass. He's going to throw it out for the receiver, and the ball is on the ground. And I believe it's going to be recovered. Nope, they're going to wave it off now and say incomplete.
I think they called incomplete pass. He did make a move, but he was kind of shielded. I don't think he ever had full possession.
Yeah, I don't think he made a football move with the ball in possession. He did make a football move, but I'm not sure he ever had possession of the ball.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that ball was kind of rolling around in his hand. It was really a good pass.
Yeah, he was trying to turn with it.
Yeah, Curtis had Reisinger coming at him right in his face. Reisinger got a good jump on it. Looked like he was going to maybe get the sack, but Curtis was able to get that ball out to White, but he just never did get his hands around it. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Patriots.
2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far. Curtis with Baker behind him in the pistol formation. Little freeze play. Now look over to the sideline. Curtis makes his calls. And there's the snap, a little low. Trying to get it out, and he is going to be sacked by number 17, Max Reisinger.
Max Reisinger with a big sack.
I call Max the Honey Badger. I've been cutting him that for 2 years, and there he comes through right there for that Panther defense.
Well, Max got the big sack, boy. That was a good play by Max. And he was trying to get away. Max wasn't going to let him. He's like, hey, where are you going? You're not going anywhere.
That's right.
Good job by Max Reisinger. The Patriots are out to punt. Ram Foster's dropped back to receive the punt at the 45 of the Patriots.
There's a kick. Nice spiral kick. Coming down at about the 42-yard line. Ram picks it up, and he's got blockers, but he's tripped up at the 28-yard line. Nice return. 1 block away.
He was 1 block away, and it looked like I really honestly thought he was going to bring that one back. But they were able to get him down at the 29-yard line of the Patriots. There's 3:34 left in this 3rd quarter. Again, Panthers up 47-6.
Panthers have it 1st and 10 at the Patriot 38-yard line. 3:34 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Panthers 47, Patriots 6.
Looks like Dylan Downs has checked in at the quarterback position with most of the starters.
2 tight I formation. Sterling Sims is the lone receiver to the near side. There's a snap. Quick give to Ramaje. He's going to bump up to the 25-yard line. Be a gain of about 3, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, I asked Coach Doty about Dylan Downs and the super athlete, and he's trying to get him some reps with the first team, and I think that's really a smart thing to do. And so you see most of your starters in there. You got Hatfield and Colvin in the backfield.
2 tight I formation again for Downs. Downs goes under center. There's a snap. Toss back to Trammell over that left side, looking for some room. He cuts outside. He's up the sideline. 10-5, touchdown!
Mr. Hegon, he was able to get good blocks up front to start with. Once he kicked it up that sideline, he had to break 1 tackle, and it was just a foot race down to the end zone for Mr. He Gone Tremel Colvin.
Again, one of those times you see Tremel put that foot in the ground, and it's over.
It is. It is.
So touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Now we'll have number 1, Braden Rafferty, on to attempt the David Bryant Realtor extra point. And Rafferty's a kid they're really excited about. Only a freshman, but I think that he can be really good by the time it's all said and done. It really helps to have a kid like Jacob Green in front of him, giving him some pointers and some help along the way. There's the snap, the kick, and it is up, and it is good. And with 2:56 left in the third quarter, Panthers 54, Patriots 6.
You know what's funny, Ben? I just thinking about that when you said it. When I first started, well, you have to go back when my oldest son, Kaysen, started playing. You know, we had a different kicker every year, it seemed like, and it was just always a struggle. We just could not find the right kicker, you know. And you know, the soccer is around, and it's, you know, it's doing more and more.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't seem to find the right one, and it's so funny. Landon Green came in as a freshman from Riverfield Academy of all places and started kicking for us. And so for 3 straight years you had Landon Green, and then he hurt his knee his senior year.
Yeah, I actually didn't know he was at Riverfield.
Yeah, well, Landon really served as a mentor and a teacher to Jacob Green to get him used to it. So for the last 7 years, there's been a Green kicking at Sterlington. I mean, next year,
no relation.
No relation. I don't know what we're going to do when you got Rafferty. That's harder to say than Green.
Yep. Braden Rafferty on to kick it away. Nice little sky kick. It's going to come down about the 25. Take a Panther bounce forward. It's going to be on the ground, and it's going to come out. I believe Panthers are going to have it. They will.
Yeah.
Panthers will take over 1st and 10 at the Patriot 23-yard line. You mentioned Landon Green. Landon was a king at that sky kick that bounced back to us.
Exactly.
And almost like a little chip shot.
It really is. And the thing about it,
Patriots had it.
But the Patriots, well, the first guy looked like he was trying to fall on it, and the second guy was going to pick it up. And the first guy
squirted out,
and then your second guy coming in tried to pick it up. I mean, best thing is just fall on the ball.
Looks like we do have some substitutions along that offensive line.
Look like you're going to have mass substitutions.
Caden Hickman, still some of the starters in there. Will Wachter. Cody Copeland is checked in at fullback.
You got Edmund Williams in still.
Who is our tailback? I can't see the number. I formation. There's a snap. That's Oliver Crane at tailback. Going to be a give to Copeland. He'll get up to the 20. That'll be about a 4-yard gain.
Did you mention Hickman?
I did. Caden Hickman's in at tackle. And that's J.T. Barnett is at the other tight end position. Number 14, Jacob Breen, has checked into the ballgame at wide receiver.
Now, let's see.
Jake Guthrie is also in the ballgame at wide receiver.
I think that's right.
I think that's everybody. You may have to grab that roster in a minute if we see Copeland and Crane behind Downs in the I formation.
Cooper Lyon's still in there too.
There's a snap. Going to be a give straight ahead to Copeland. He's pushing hard, still fighting. He's going to get up to about the 18, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, you still have Cooper Lyon in there.
Brent Lark and Travis Adams check into the ballgame, as well as Hayden Austin. Is that right? Number 54?
Man, wait a minute. I am fixing to check that for you.
I feel like I've done this enough this year. I should be getting to where I know all of this.
Well, you should. Hayden Austin. Congratulations.
I'm batting 100 tonight with no roster. Now we're talking.
Boy, you're doing way better than last week. Boy, remember, you were off your game last week, man. You were struggling. We're going to get you some Reva, start taking that stuff, get your memory going.
I formation again. There's a snap, toss back to Crane over that left side, looking for room. He's going to get close to the 1st down.
I believe he got it. If you look at where the line judge is,
they're going to say 4th
down.
They're going to say 4th down, so it'll be 4th and short. Can't be by much, but 4th and short.
Hey, let me say, Crane made him a good little bounce out there. You know, made a good cut off that block.
Panthers will go for it. 1:07 and counting here in the third quarter. Panthers 54, Patriots 6. Panther fans, if you're at home and still trying to figure out supper, we want to invite you to the 64 as our 5th quarter sponsor. Some great Louisiana home cooking. Trey Brown and his guys do a great job there. Go by and see them. Tell them thanks for sponsoring Panther football. There's the quick give to Copeland. He's still fighting. And he's going to get the Downs Law Firm first down to the 10-yard line. And the Panthers are in the Rondy Bush red zone.
Cody is breaking out on me here. He used to be Mr. 2 to 3 yards. Man, that was 4 yards on
And
that
I'm going
carry.
to tell you,
5 yards.
That's right. And Chad Copeland and Lindsey told me to make sure that when he gets more than 2 yards, we make note of it. And
I'm making
and
note
really,
of it.
after that first game that we saw him in, that was 2-yard night, but that was against like Oak Grove.
I know.
And he really has. The future is bright for him. They really like him at that fullback position, and he's really buying into that position for them.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
a sophomore, so 2 more
yeah.
years of it. I formation again. Downs gets them set. There's the snap. Give to Copeland. He falls across the 10-yard line to the 1-yard line. Be second down and goal. And that should be the final play of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. Panthers 54, Patriots 6. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment.
At Cross Keys Bank, we're full of Sterlington Panther pride. We're also proud to offer free key checking for individuals and businesses. Free key checking has no minimum balance requirement, and you'll never have to worry about bank fees again. I'm Lee Riordan, Sterlington Market Manager. I invite you to stop by our branch soon to open a free key checking account. Cross Keys Bank, member FDIC.
Cross Keys Bank.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Community banking. It's not just what we do, it's ingrained in who we are. By providing a banking experience you can trust. Marion State Bank. Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Monroe, West Monroe.
Panther fans, we're back for the fourth quarter, brought to you by Marion State Bank. Panthers lead 54-6. Looks like we will play running clock the rest of the way. I formation for the Panthers. Toss back to Crane over this left side. He'll get to loss of yards back to the 11, and that'll bring up third down.
You said Copeland's buying into being that running back. I think he's kind of buying into me finally. He didn't understand if I'm picking at you like that, that's a good thing. He was like, man, 2 yards? I heard that. I heard you were saying I was a 2-yard guy. Hey, you are. So now Cody's buying into what I'm telling him. He's
That's
breaking
right.
out of it. So now he's Mr. 4-yard guy.
You challenged him, and he's answering the bell. That's what happened.
He is up.
He owes his success to you.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
I formation for the Panthers. Downs gets them set with Copeland and Crane set behind him. There's the snap. Downs is going to keep it around the right side, trying to get outside. He's got a blocker. That's Jacob Green. He's going to get across the 5 to the 3, down to the 2. Nice run, and that'll bring up a fourth down and goal from the 2-yard line.
Did you say Jacob Green?
Jacob Breen.
You made it sound like Green. I was going to
Green.
say,
Now,
I know
wait a
Jacob
minute.
Green.
I'll listen to it this week.
All right, I was
But
going
if
to
we're
say
going with
Jacob
what I
Green
said
is
and
not
what-
out there blocking on the
Well,
edge.
I'm just going to say, if we're going to go with what I said versus what you heard, I'm going with what I said.
Well, I can't hear good anyway. So I'll defer to you on that. That was good. Going to Downs, that was a great read by Downs. I mean, he made the right call, got around, and really did a good job of picking up that yards. It's fourth down and goal for the Panthers at the 3.
I formation, toss back to Breen. He's into, he got to the 1-2-yard line, and he got popped.
Wow.
It will be a
there's
flag. It looks like some extracurricular.
I bet you there was
And,
taunting.
man, I really thought Breen was fixing to walk into the end zone, and somebody met him at the 2-yard line and slammed the door.
I kind of wonder if it wasn't taunting because that came late. And, if you lay the lumber like that on somebody, you're probably going to have something to say about it.
And let me just make this comment. I made this comment a few weeks ago. We have been in this situation numerous times this season. We're playing running clock. We've got the majority of our JV guys in the ball game, and you've got your first-team defense on the field.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, there you go. It's a personal foul.
So that'll be a first down, right?
But I'm going to piggyback on what you said right there. You make a hit like that against a guy who was third string. I mean, I think Breen is probably around third string. And you're going to really stand up there and make have something to say.
Hey, look here. Nope, they're going to say that's going to be.
That's a personal foul. It should be.
I think did we decline it? Because that's our defense on the field.
Oh, it was a dead ball foul.
Dead ball after the penalty. So
there
that's going to back it up to the 1-yard line for the Patriots. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 1. 9 minutes remaining, 54-6, Panthers lead.
Looks like Coach Doty is taking everybody out on defense and going to leave.
We'll try to get you those names as we're crossing. I believe we've still got DJ and Caleb Evans and Terrace Coleman, Javarius Himes.
Jackson King is still in there. Well, I mean.
Jackson King will now check out. That should be Parker Miller checking in for him.
Let me say one thing about
Go ahead.
Let me say one thing about Parker Miller. Great player, man. He's a demon on special teams. He's going to be a good player next year, too. He's got the best mullet. I mean, it is. And he's got the ridges in the side.
Looks like Dylan Compton, Easton Bruscata at the safety positions. Des Woods is checked in the cornerback position. Ricing at the other one. Going to be a tailback give straight ahead. He'll be hit at the 2-yard line by Caleb Evans and Terrace Coleman.
Looks like Terrace Coleman.
Terrace is going to be down with a leg injury.
Terrace
looks
had a
like
little.
they will stop the clock for an injury.
Terrace had a little.
Well, they should have stopped the clock for an injury. It's going to continue to roll, but
I think Terrace had a little issue last week too.
Yeah, it got rolled up on, looked like there. So Anna's out to check on him. Let's take the break. This break will be brought to you by Sterlington Rehab. We'll be right back.
We're back.
All right, Panther fans, we're back. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers in the near, 1 to the far, 7:30 remaining. Franklin Parish is going to toss it out in the flat to the tight end, number 80. He's going to be wrapped up at the 10-yard line by number 44, Parker Miller, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1.
You don't mess with Parker Miller. I love the mullet. I had a great mullet back when I was in high school. Does that tell you how old I am?
Mid-South not nowadays because everybody's got one.
Mid-South wrestling and mullets, man. It was good back in the day.
Shotgun formation, 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the far. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Panthers 54, Franklin Parish 6. We do have a flag on the play on the far sideline. I just now saw that. I apologize, folks. I should have known we were frozen for some reason.
What could you possibly call now?
You just point in our direction. There's no.
Is this a sideline warning of some kind or no? I never saw an official signal.
I mean, it's going to be a penalty on the Panthers. Give the Patriots a 1st down. Apparently a 15-yarder. No idea what the penalty was. White Hat just pointed at the Panthers. I guess that's the new way of saying, hey, we're not sure, but we're going to give yardage to the other team. So shotgun formation, 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the far. Little freeze play. Curtis looks over, gets his call. There's a snap. Going to be a little out in the flat again. It's called the 30-yard line and then hit out of bounds. He'll have enough for another Patriots 1st down at the 36-yard line.
Once again, that tackle made by Parker Miller. Hit him after the reception. Good job by Miller to get over there. Had some help from Dylan Compton. So that's going to be a 1st down for the Patriots. Clock running, 6:02 left in the game. Should be a
shotgun formation, 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the far. Running back now goes in motion. Going to be a tunnel screen back to this near side by number 11. He's going to be tackled after about an 8-yard gain. I believe that was number 41, Hayden Madden, who caught up with him.
Yeah, Hayden Madden made a nice tackle. Spun him around, got him down. Picked up 7 yards on that reception. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 for the Patriots at their own 43-yard line.
Same formation again. 1 receiver near side, 2 to the far. Curtis gets him set. There's the snap. He drops back. It's going to be a little pump and go. He's going to throw it up. Great coverage by Max Reisinger. Incomplete, and that'll bring up a 2nd down or 3rd down.
Yeah, Reisinger played that perfect. They did a little pump and go, little give and go action there, but Reisinger really didn't fall for that. Stayed right on the guy's hip and rode him out of bounds.
Do have some substitutions for the Panthers, like number 36, Tanner Brown is in. Number 32, Mike Douglas. Number 85, Braden Bonner. And then defensive line, William, you got where you
97 is Bennett Weems, freshman.
Hayden Franklin,
93 is in.
There's the snap. Give to the tailback. He's looking for some room. Hop step through there. Finally taken down in Panther territory at the 48-yard line for another Patriot 1st down. 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Panthers lead 54-6.
Michael Douglas came up, made that tackle, number 32. I almost wanted to say Jordan Townsend.
There's the snap. Give again to the tailback. He's looking for some room, runs through a couple tackles. And then number 17, Reisinger, gets to him with some help from his Panther defense. They shut him down after about a 6-yard gain.
Tell you what, Reisinger's a wrecking machine out there right now. Coverage, making tackles, getting sacks. I mean, he's doing a great job.
And something we really want to see from Max, because Max is most likely going to have to be a starter. And I say going to have to be. He will be a starter next year.
He will step up in that starting role next year.
And every bit of progress is good, and Max is doing a great job tonight. There's a quick pass out to the receiver. He'll have enough, I believe, for another Patriot first down at the 34-yard line, maybe 35. And Patriots are going to go fast.
Tanner Brown, number 36, on that tackle.
Number 20, Colin Crow, has checked into the ball game. And the other corner, I believe, will be number 80, Dalton Moody. Should be a false start on the Patriots. That's going to back it up 5 yards, bring up first down and 15. 3 minutes and 20 seconds as the clock continues to roll.
Good to see Colin Crow in there. He was recognized as a scout team player, really, of the year. Good job by him being recognized. It'll be first down and 15 for the Patriots.
Shotgun formation. Everybody gets set. There's a snap. Give to the tailback. He runs through one tackle, still fighting. Going to be able to get back the yardage that they lost, and that'll be it. So that'll bring up a second down. We'll call it, or third down. Second down 11.
Javarius Himes on that tackle, and that's one that I think this coaching staff is high on as well. Tell you, he's just buried behind, two good defensive ends. You got Charlie Robinson and Kellen Hall. And I tell you, Javarius Himes would be having a lot more snaps on a bunch of teams,
Yeah. Same formation. Curtis drops back. Going to take a shot downfield, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Looks like Braden Hooter has also checked into that defensive line. Number 77, I believe that's Yarbrough, has checked in.
Look like number 27, Desmond Woods, has checked in at the corner position, along with Max Reisinger. He is back in.
77 is Yarbrough, isn't it?
I believe, yes, he is.
Two receivers on the near side. There's a snap. Curtis rolls to the right, looking downfield. Going to be a quick throw, and Des Woods picks it off. And he's running it back. He's going to look up the near sideline, going to be forced out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Panthers will have it first and 10.
I tell you what, Desmond, I don't know how many interceptions Desmond Wood has now, but he had some last year as well. But right to him, good job by Woods to zero in on that. Took it back up the sideline. That ball is going to be placed down.
Looks like the ball is going to be on the 40-yard line of the Patriots. 1 minute. That is going to be the Ashley Storage turnover. Sorry about that. I think that's the first turnover of the night, isn't it?
I believe
well,
it is.
You count the little onside kick that they mishandled. So shout out that turnover brought to you by Ashley Storage. Jacob Breen will now be at the quarterback position. Carter Morris will check in at wide receiver to the near side. There's the snap, be a knee, and that should do it.
Yep, that's
Panthers
within the
will
40
be,
seconds.
well, I thought the clock stopped, but that should be it. Panthers winners tonight here in Franklin Parish, 54-6. And William, first half, a little struggle. Second half, you score 30 points, running clock off fourth quarter.
Yeah, they tightened it up, and again, it was one of those, you have to come down and do what you got to do to win the game. And I think every time we've come down here this time of year, it's always been like that. It's kind of one of those games that you step out of district, you play a non-district opponent, and again, Franklin Parish, you got to call it. I mean, they've just struggled this year. They really have. They play some tough competition, but when you're the team coming in, you see that record, and you think, man, we got to go down there and do what we got to do. And look, the second half, whole different team.
Absolutely. And honestly, I agree with Coach Doty watching those guys tonight. I mean, until really that third quarter when it got away from them, they played so hard.
Oh, they did.
They've got some really good kids on that team, a lot of athletes. Just have not put it together yet. And then I keep getting asked, hey, are we that good? Or are the teams we're playing really struggling? And I think the answer is yes. Like I told somebody that earlier, I think we are a pretty good football team.
Yeah.
But we also have met some teams that are struggling right now. But I think that the scoreboard reflects good teams do what good teams do no matter who you play.
Coach Doty come out in the second half and scored 3 or 4 times right off the bat. What did you tell your kids at halftime?
Well, we just made some adjustments, and cut out the penalties. I thought our kids had been playing well in the second quarter. We just had too many penalties, but it was a big third quarter for us for sure.
Next week we play on Thursday night. We'll get Carroll come up to town, come up to Sterlington for the last district ball game. Last we heard, Union was up 28-14.
Well, it'll be a big game for us. Last game of the year and last regular season game for our seniors. So maybe everybody come out and support us.
Good luck next week, Coach.
Thank you. Go Panthers.
And you look at it, and you don't want to say, hey, you're putting up a bunch of points. But, I mean, that's one reflection of what you're doing. I mean, if you're a good team, you put up the points, and we've done it tonight, And,
absolutely.
And we've done fortunate to be able to do it against Richwood and Wassman as well. And those teams are chock full of good athletes also. Yeah. It's going to be, I think next week against Carroll, we're going to see a whole different mindset of a team. Carroll will not lay down and quit. I don't care what happens.
That's right.
And so, when you play Tank Washington, Coach Tank Washington's done a tremendous job with that program down there. Can't say enough good things about what he's done. And it used to be, if you could just get about a 3-score lead on Carroll, you could pretty much get it done against them. But no, they are going to finish. I don't care what the score is. Coach Washington's going to make sure they finish that game strong.
Absolutely.
So it'll be a test for us next Thursday.
Next Thursday night, 7 o'clock in Panther Stadium. If you can make it out, come out. Be a great night. Week 10 matchup to wrap up the regular season before the playoffs begin. Also, depending on what happened tonight, could be for the district championship. We'll try to see what that score is between Carroll and Union.
Very well could be.
But also, can't get enough Panther football. I want to remind you to check out the Lee Doty Coaches Show with William Handy, brought to you by Benoit Ford, every Wednesday night live at Frenchman's Bend. Starts at 6:15, and those links are available at shspantherfootball.com. We'll also have Offensive Defensive Players of the Week, brought to you by First Security Title of Monroe. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by, trying to see an update. We're getting a score from Union, 34-22. Is the final. Union does knock off Carroll, so next week.
So that sets up where we win, we're district champions.
District champions.
Well, I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, just
the only alternative would be a triple or co-champ, and we don't want that.
Nope. Tonight's game brought to you by McDonald's. I want to take a moment to thank all of our broadcast sponsors: McDonald's, CommuniHealth Services, Surge Entertainment, Cross Keys Bank, Marion State Bank, the Downs Law Firm, Ron D. Bush Insurance Agency, law offices of Street & Street, Gallagher Insurance, Sparks Nissan Kia, First Security Title of Monroe, David Bryant, Realtor, Sterlington Rural Health Clinic, First Baptist Sterlington, the 64, Benoit Ford, Ashley Storage, NELA Turf, Kraftman Federal Credit Union, and Empire Media and Management. And Panther fans, we hope you have a great weekend. William, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Not really. Just, hey, folks, I don't know what the weather situation is going to be next Thursday night, but please, please come watch these Panthers. We want to pack the stands to finish out the season. And then once that game's over and after Saturday, we'll know where all the playoff positioning is. But please come out and watch the Panthers. If you can't, if it's an emergency and you can't make it and you're in the emergency room, make sure they tie you in so you can watch us on Panther Vision. Tiger Vision, Panther Vision, whatever you want to call it.
You just confused everybody. SHSPantherFootball.com. We'll have you set with video and audio next Thursday night as the Panthers take on Carroll to wrap up district play. Panther fans, I'm Ben Hackler with William Handy and Chris Sturdivant. Have a great night. Go Panthers.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
That's the sound of the fifth quarter at the 64 in Sterlington. Come and get some of that good old authentic Louisiana cuisine, like only the 64 can whip up for you, child. Nolan's has come to town, and there's only one place to be after the Panther game. It's the 64. Hey Trey, fix me some of them jazzy potatoes. This broadcast is copyrighted by Empire Media and Management. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited.